I got a couple of little interesting gatekeeping nuances here to get the show started, and then I'm going to fire up my man's brain in there. I'm going to have to shoot it full of Red Bull because I got a tough question for him, a couple of tough questions, in fact. So we'll work our way through that. Let me start with one thing that caught my attention. What? Hey, NBA. If the grown A parents of your players can't act like civilized, normal human beings, maybe don't let them wander the floor after the game. Just a thought. We have gone so far past what's acceptable that we don't bat an eye that the father of a player, who I'll remind you, during said game, didn't make a single damn play. He sat his old man A in the stands like every other fan there. Came on the court, and after the Pacers eliminated the Bucks last night, taunted Giannis right there on the floor as my man's getting ready to leave. Taunted the multiple MVP winner, who, by the way, and Giannis did add this in postgame, won his title. It's completely unacceptable. It's 100% on the NBA and the Indiana Pacers and whoever it is. How about we play the basketball games? You know what doesn't happen at the end of a Broadway play, E? Half the audience doesn't rush onto the stage. I mean, these guys are, that's blood, sweat, and tears. It's been a painful year for the Bucks, who fought valiantly, really, down personnel against the Pacers. One of the best players in the league doesn't deserve for some 5'11" schmuck, some bald-headed 50-something-year-old, to come up and curse him on the court. Effing this and F that, and this is who we effing are. Hey, old man. Effing dead is what I'm about to put you. I mean, a tremendous restraint, man. We don't give enough credit. If Giannis snaps and kills this old man, we're killing him today. We're killing him. If he so much just pushed that rude old man, he'd be vilified. Hey, NBA, hey, Pacers, be better, do better. Unless you know and can punish and you can account for someone's behavior, don't let him on the floor. I mean, helicopter parenting gone wild, man. Little League is over, moms and dads. Sit in the stands and let your grown children, your grown men, do their job. Sit there and watch them. And then, text them after the game. Good job, son. Don't walk onto the court up chest to chest to a big old great player and curse him. Just a thought. A little gatekeeping, E.T. What I call that. I mean, it really kind of, in a way, it puts the irony here is it puts a kind of a shadow on the unbelievable night that his kid had. Tyrese Haliburton's a star. He acts like a star, too. He going to wear this star clothing real nice and fit. It's nice and tug. It hadn't taken Haliburton long to embrace NBA stardom, if you know what I mean.
He's an Olympian, so yeah, he all in.
Is your Lakers squad going to just say sayonara tonight, or are they going back to Minnesota?
They're definitely going back to Minnesota.
I will say this. Everything that was brought up as fears for the Lakers at the trade deadline, it's all materializing here in the postseason, isn't it? They got nobody to protect the rim. It's a cliche most of the time when you hear analysts and talk shows. Need rim protectors, E. They don't have them, man. The T-Wolves and Anthony Edwards are taking it right at them. And outside of, there was a stat, I don't know if it was after the Game 4 loss or during the Game 4 loss they put it up, but E.T. at one point, either right now or during the last game, 93% of the Lakers' production scoring and assists had come from Reeves, Luka, and LeBron.
Yeah, I see that all day.
That's too much.
Way too much.
I mean, you got to have some help, man. And, Rui Hachimura having a game where he hits 5 threes, or Dorian Finney-Smith playing well 4 games ago, or Gabe Vincent having a big week, the final week of the regular season, don't mean anything now, down 3-1, having completely given up your home court advantage, and they will try and stave off elimination tonight against the T-Wolves. One of two things I think will happen here, tonight.
Assuming.
The Lakers blow out the T-Wolves, or the series is over.
Yeah.
I think one of those two things happen.
It's not going to be a close game.
And I'll tell you what else, bro. This trend, it has been an unbelievable trend. We talked about it during the long and winding regular season. The number of just comebacks from 16, 18, 20
Easy.
points. Indiana did that last night. Milwaukee had a 20-point lead on the Pacers last night. Makes the post-game sting a little more, maybe, huh, Pops? And so even if the Lakers build that big lead, hold your breath. But I think the Lakers better win by double digits, or the Lakers are losing. Because
something else I thought about, too, as far as, like, the script.
Yeah.
You think Anthony Edwards following any script?
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, we do it tongue-in-cheek. I definitely wanted – I don't think the NBA tells anyone to win or lose. It's fun to talk about it that way. But it did work out perfectly for the script that potentially the Lakers and the Warriors would match up in round 2. And shame on the Lakers. And I'm sorry, these should be legacy denters, man. You got to dent your legacy if you're LeBron James and you can't get out of round 1 as the overwhelming favorite against the 6th seed. Sorry. You don't get to have it both ways. And LeBron's had a great career, but if he is indeed, as it appears to your eyes, still in peak physical condition, and we're getting to a point where you can't help but think after 20-something years in the league, he should have had more. So we'll see. They got a game tonight to try and protect a little bit of that. It's not going to get easier. You almost feel like, although I will say in the NBA, they could have a heck of an offseason, and you're going to wake up and the Lakers will have another young star from somewhere. And maybe retool. I tell you what, the trade that killed, I'm bogging down in the NBA, and you know what? Not apologizing, having fun. The trade where they wouldn't let the Charlotte center come, that was a killer.
Yep.
Mark Williams, is that his name?
I believe so.
Yeah, and the problem is that guy, for a guy who didn't pass the physical, quote unquote, he played the whole stretch run for the Hornets. I watched him, and he would be a big help for them. Why isn't Dalton Connect playing at all? There's a lot that goes in. We talked about the lunacy of a rookie coaching mistake. The Lakers only played 5 guys the entire second half in their loss at the T-Wolves. Part of those, a big part of the 5 is a 40-year-old. Just saying. All right, let's move along to the pigskin. Grab your attention there. Dang, I wish this website was more, I don't know, mainstream, respected, heard of. You ever heard of a site called The Spun, E?
The Spun?
Yeah, The Spun.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's Athlon. Never mind. Athlon's a verifiable college football, coverage brand for sure. Again, we mention it every spring. It used to be a rite of spring. In fact, this is what spring would have been in magazine form if you were a football fan. Way back before phones and the internet, kids, we'd all go buy our college football magazines this time of year. And really, your first chance to totally catch up on everything that everyone has done all over the country, within your conference, within your own roster. Now, thankfully, we can all do that at a click of a mouse. Or the opening of a podcast, however it is you're getting your intel. Well, E, I got a post-spring practice, at which, spring has sprung. The spring games have been played. Now, there's still a little variable here to this. And the transfer portal's still open. The portal's closed, but the players are out there that are still changing spots. The Gators got a defensive end. I saw Miami got a DB. If you're keeping up, God bless you. But the post-spring football top 25 from Athlon. Legacy college football coverage. Your Athlon spring magazine. You ready for this?
Uh-huh.
This will be, let's see, what time? Checks time, 6:16. Yeah, my guy's still 10 toes up. So I can I can spoiler some of this intel and still just unleash a pop quiz on him early in the show today, E.
Oh.
Because you can play along, and you certainly aren't keeping up with college football like Hicken is.
Most certainly not.
I'm looking at a top 10 here that is just full of eyebrow raisers. And the top, not so much. Texas 1, Notre Dame 2. Okay, believable. Texas is going to be number 1 in a lot of polls, and Notre Dame, coming off that run to the championship game a year ago, has a lot coming back. I got Penn State 4 and Ohio State 5. Again, no huge surprises here. Clemson sandwiched in at 3. They do have Kate Klubnik, who some say is the best quarterback in college football. So the top 5 isn't too outrageous. If I ask you to continue through the top 8, he will get the top 8. In fact, because I asked the question, he'll even get 9 of the 10. The 10th he's not going to get. Anywho, the order will also be a little out of whack, but let me just tell you, they had Ohio State 5, Oregon 6, Alabama 7, Georgia 8. Now, that's lower than we're used to seeing Bama and Georgia. Usually one of those, when is the last time one of those two hadn't been in the top 3?
For sure.
Of almost any poll at any point. Then, and I would assume this would be totally contingent on DJ Lagway, they got the Florida Gators number 10. How many teams are in the playoff, E? Is it 12?
12 teams.
Yeah, number 10. Interesting. So you got the Gators number 10. But here, tucked in at number 9, and then take it just a few spots more down, there must have been some wholesale overall change or growth or development at a few programs here. Because ET, number 9 in the country. A team from the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not Ohio State, I've mentioned them. It's not Michigan. Penn State's already. Illinois, number 9?
Oh, wow.
Illinois. Florida 10. And then at 11, Texas Tech. Texas Tech 11. South Carolina 12, Auburn 13. These are teams that have not exactly tasted a ton of success of late. 9 Illinois, 10 Florida, 11 Texas Tech, 12 South Carolina, and 13 Auburn. Auburn apparently had a good transfer portal. The expectations for Hugh Freeze will not coexist with a bunch of 500 or near 500 records, so we'll see what happens there. But anyway, yeah, a pop quiz forthcoming will also go a little bit deeper. They've got Miami all the way down at number 20. Tennessee is feeling the brunt of losing that quarterback, a team that had been pegged in the top 10, maybe even top 5.
Oh.
Yeah, they're way down in the 20s. It's not just that I'm a leaving left. His lack of leadership probably would have always kept him from winning anything real, but they didn't have really the succession plan in place. So there you have it. All right, let's take our first break. It is a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Like, Family Beach Roast is there. You can go to beachroastplumbing.com, whether you have a planned project or a plumbing emergency. Go to beachroastplumbing.com. Now hiring commercial plumbers as well, so check that out. We're back with more next. You're listening to 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Making your sports day last a little longer.
That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know. Thanks a million.
Go into the night with Rick Ballou.
Amen, right? That's right, yeah.
Then it's Hacker After Dark.
I know, it's amazing.
Evenings on 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here. It's the Cruise in the Summer event at Hodges Mazda at the Avenues. For a limited time, get up to $5,000 off a new 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred and receive a free 5-day cruise for 2 with your purchase. With off-road capability and the special offer, your summer adventure starts now. Hurry, 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred models are in limited supply at Hodges Mazda. Offer valid on new 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred only. MSRP $32,564. Must trade in a vehicle and finance through dealer to qualify for discount. Cruise and vehicle availability limited. Travel taxes and fees additional. See dealer for details.
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's superior craftsmanship and timeless design. Right now, get $300 off all windows or $825 off patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months, but this offer expires April 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613. Since 1901, generations of skilled union workers have built the backbone of our community. Hospitals, schools, the buildings where you work. Every year, a new apprentice class of Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians is stepping up, trained, driven, and ready to do great things. They're not just building our city, they're building their future. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to become a member or contractor today.
Let me get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Prize, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler, and this Mother's Day, we'd like to help you celebrate Mom with up to 40% off our entire inventory. GIA-certified natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds, beautiful colored gemstones, designer brands, custom jewelry design, and Monahan Jewelers offers interest-free financing on any purchase, so get something special with a payment you can afford. Come celebrate Mom with fine jewelry at up to 40% off at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
What are the only 2 states that do not observe daylight saving time? The answer next.
Having the right homeowner's policy protection means you're staying on top of your most valuable possession, your home. For information on finding an agent, go to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours, Southern Oak Insurance.
The only 2 states that currently do not observe daylight saving time are Arizona and Hawaii.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 3:20 for the latest in sports injuries. From all the big names in the game, who's MIA, who's coming back from injury. Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 3:20.
Join us at Miller Electric May 29th from 4 to 7 p.m. We're on the lookout for talented people, from entry level to experienced electricians and foremen, security system installation and service technicians, fire alarm system service technicians, and both senior and junior VDV technicians. This is your chance to get hired on the spot. Meet the managers, indulge in delicious food, and snag some awesome giveaways. Don't miss out on this electrifying chance to power up your career. Miller Electric, May 29th, 4 to 7 p.m., 6805 South Point Parkway.
I'm Liz Greeby, the Jacksonville Business Journal's events director, and on May 15th, we're shining a spotlight on young professionals who are boldly leading the way in business and making our major impact in our community. I'd love for you to join us for our 40 Under 40 Awards as we celebrate these up-and-comers and their achievements. Don't miss this inspiring afternoon of networking and celebration. Tickets are going fast. You have to get them before May 6th. And for more information and tickets, visit jbjevents.com.
Yo, it's your main man E.T. here, and it's time to make those summer break plans. Clay County is calling. From paddleboarding on Doctors Lake to reeling in the big one on Black Creek, or cruising the St. Johns River. There's no better place to dive into warm weather fun. Enjoy live music, local festivals, food trucks, and fireworks lighting up the night. Discover scenic parks, hidden trails, and must-visit local gyms. Your summer adventures start here. Visit exploreclay.com.
Denny Thompson here. You gotta check out Tyson's Showroom Home Theater with surround sound and comfy theater chairs. You can transform your living room into a cinematic experience. I can stay there to watch all my games. It's that comfortable. Call Tyson today and bring the theater experience home. Tyson Sound and Security, your security, home theater, and home automation experts. New showroom at 3555 U.S. Highway 17 in Fleming Island.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back here on the Wednesday edition of The Drill. Thanks for being up and at 'em with us. We got Get Smart John coming up in the 7 o'clock hour, the Murphy Power Hour. We talk baseball. Hicken probably going to wish he'd have made that bet at lower stakes. Remember he offered, it was like, he wanted it at, I can't remember what it was, $100, 10 to 1. I said I'd do, 50 or something. He didn't do it. Wasn't enough payoff for it. Win today, and the Braves will be at 500. We celebrate the fall of the reverse mush. Didn't work. By the way, the Dodgers come to town. The Braves are wiping up the worst team in baseball right now. So let's get to 34 games first. Anywho, I have a Shazam Spotlight to start things off here. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by my friends at the Murray Ford Superstores. I do meet my friends. I've been using Murray now for years, both on the pre-owned side and been driving what used to be a brand new truck guy. But had no issues at all, any and everything I've ever needed, just a phone call away with the customer service at Murray Ford. So trust the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. And also pre-owned down there, you got Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. They got you all covered, Stark and Kingsland with the Murray Ford Superstores. Today's Shazam Spotlight is really kind of an unbelievable list when you think about it. It's really hard, I think, in my opinion, it's really hard to be in a Power 5 conference and not have a single player drafted. Right? I get it if South Alabama doesn't have anyone drafted, or, FAMU, or Southern Miss, or, whoever. If you're not in a big league football league, if you're not in the Big 12, Power 4 now. If you're not in the Big 12 or the Big 10 or the ACC or the SEC, it feels really hard to believe that you didn't have a single player drafted. It feels even harder to believe that you had a team that could win football games in a Power 4 conference if you didn't have a single player drafted. I bring all this up because, believe it or not, 7 Power 4 teams went through last weekend without a single player drafted. And I think what's surprising about this list, Shazam, is that these, aren't all just the lightweights of other leagues. Some of the BYU had a really good season last year. They were in the playoff conversation for a while in the Big 12. BYU didn't have anyone drafted. Houston's got a pretty good program. Got a bunch of guys running around the NFL right now. No one drafted. Baylor, another Big 12 team, I guess the scouts just took a pass on the Big 12 this year. Mm-hmm. BYU, Houston, Baylor, no one drafted. ACC, Duke, not a terrible football team. Wake Forest, nobody drafted. One SEC team had no one drafted. You want to guess? One team from the SEC had nobody drafted.
Vanderbilt.
See, that's where you would always go, right? Don't forget, Vanderbilt was a little better last year. Beat Alabama. Mississippi State.
Okay.
And then one from the Big 12, and this is one that would kind of fall in line with maybe what you would typically think. Northwestern from the Big 10.
Okay.
7 teams, though, from Power 5. This is surprising that there, maybe one from each league, maybe. But the one that really, Shazam, jumps out at you is BYU. BYU had a good year last year. They were a good football team. I'm not looking at the season right in front of me, but as I recall, they went late in the year with still a chance to win the Big 12 or at least make the Big 12 title game, which could have got you, Arizona State's spot in the Big 12 championship game.
Not too long ago, they had a number 2 overall draft
pick. That's fair enough. It's a pretty good brand. BYU is more than pretty good. It's a solid football brand, yeah. BYU. Nobody drafted. All right, perhaps we have a pretty good working knowledge of at least the crux of the offseason moves of our division rivals. By the way, the Jags cutting ties with Ethan Wall. So the finality of the out with the old and in with the new is now in. Wall was the assistant GM under Balke. He's a Balke guy. And they matriculated through that. They kept him on and that made sense, right? You had to kind of merge the scouts and the leadership that had been there with that of this young group coming in. And Wall Yeoman's work through the draft, but it was announced in the last, 24 hours or so that they'll be parting ways with him.
Yep.
But I'm back to my point. I assume there's at least somewhat of a working knowledge about the teams in our division. I'm going to guess, E.T., that you're not going to learn a whole lot more between now and the schedule release in 2 weeks.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't think you're going to learn a whole lot more about the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Rams, the Seahawks, the Jets, or the Panthers. I don't think you'll glean a ton more intel on the Cardinals, the Broncos, the Raiders, the Niners, or the Bengals in these 2 weeks. The Jags aren't going to do anything major in these 2 weeks. I think the 2025 Jaguars, for the most part, are present and accounted for in front of us.
Yeah.
At least as far as new personnel, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that like an ETN might get dealt in training camp, depending on how the young running backs look. We'll see. But I think the Jags, for the most part now, are a finished product that will get their quarterback back to health, which will get a huge boost in the pass game from Travis Hunter and a new system and scheme and a proven producer, at least as a coordinator last year. Look, I think if you're Liam Cohen and you're taking over as a head coach, and the ceiling of your experience was being an offensive coordinator, and you had your best year, and the Bucs had a really good year, right?
Yes, they did.
On offense. Wouldn't kind of your first instinct be, give me an offense as good as the one I had last year, and there's no reason to expect I won't have just as much production?
That would be the first one.
Okay. So the Jags have retooled the offensive line. Hopefully they're right. These aren't big, huge names, but hopefully they're big improvements, because that is first and foremost, before all the moving parts get right, that's got to be right. They've added Travis Hunter, obviously. They're already, I see it out there, suggestions and projections that the Jags have a top 5 receiving unit, a tandem that will rival the Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, rival, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson.
I like that.
Now, you got to show it. But that's at least in the realm of possibility, a possibility that wouldn't have existed with, say, De'Ami Brown or Parker Washington.
Oh,
just
yes,
saying.
Yes.
Okay, the Jags added not one but 2 running backs. And I'm not going to totally dismiss the 7th rounder, LaQuint Allen. He was one of the best pass-catching running backs in all of college football. Second, I think, only to Cam Scatterbo. Only Cam Scatterbo, and he had 1,000 rushing and 500 receiving. He's not coming here just to automatically take off to the practice squad. Probably he'll end up there. We'll see. Drafted, obviously, rootin' tootin' with a 4th-round pick. They expect him to be a playmaker. Jags' offense has been pretty well reconfigured now that all's said and done. Added depth on the offensive line in Milam. The offense looks improved, no? It went from looking like more defections than additions to now, and I guess this is based largely on Travis Hunter's impact, it now looks improved from a year ago, no?
Correct, it does.
And the quarterback's healthy, which makes a big difference. Hopefully. More on that in a second. On defense, pretty much done. I think the Agba signing was a really good one. It's a little curious. They did nothing at defensive tackle the entire offseason. They really didn't do anything at defensive tackle, which was a huge weakness. Perhaps it was scheme a year ago. Perhaps the growth expectation of the Jeffersons and the Mason Smiths. And by the way, Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. You couldn't do it all. But I think we have a pretty good idea who the Jaguars will send on the field in September. Feel me?
We do.
Well, in 2 weeks, see, they're going to announce the order of the games. We're all going to go goo-goo and gaga like this is breaking news. And we'll sit here, you, me, and Hicken, and we'll go down the schedule, and we'll W here and L here, and we'll tell everyone what the Jaguars' record is going to be via our predictions, right?
We will.
Well, again, it's not hidden somewhere, or there's not some key. I got the list of opponents right here. Does it really matter what order they fall? We know know who the home opponents are and who the road opponents are. So you ready?
It really don't matter.
What will the Jaguars do in division? 3 road games, 3 home games against the Colts, Texans, and Titans. Please, I need your official prediction right now. What will the Jaguars' record be in that round robin?
4-2. Okay,
I like that. I agree with that, actually. I think they'll be 4-2. Okay. So let's just go through. First, before we do, because a lot of nervous Nellies out there. Tell me what Trevor Lawrence's season numbers are going to be next year, and we're going to assume that he plays a full 17-game schedule. I need you to tell me his yards passing, his touchdowns, and his picks. This is the official. You're officially going to be on record for what Trevor Lawrence's season is going to look like statistically. Baker Mayfield last year, just for reference, completed 71% of his passes for 4,500 yards with 41 touchdowns and 16 picks.
Okay.
So give me what you think Trevor Lawrence's numbers will be. And there is no wrong answer. What do you think Trevor Lawrence's stats will be next year?
4,400 yards. 32 touchdowns.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go 10 picks.
10 picks. And somehow, y'all listening out there in 6 o'clock land? 4,400, 32 touchdown and 10 picks. This is coming from one of the guys who would fall on the nervous, not sure about Trevor side. You feel me?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll put a little just perspective. Okay, that being said, I got a quarterback going for 4,400, 32 and 10. Sounds like a pretty productive year. We're 4-2 with our division split. ET, let's go through it just real quick.
Let's run it.
All right, I'm going to give you the home opponents. I don't know what order they're coming in. The level of difficulty is this is random, what the order they fall here.
Let's run it.
Chiefs at home.
Oh, we lost.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's okay. I gave you a hard one. Chargers at home.
You know what? Yeah, we that's a dub.
Okay. Rams at home. Oh, that'll be a fun game, won't it? All that cross-pollination.
Yeah.
Just give me your honest opinion. Go roll with it.
You know what?
Okay.
That's dub.
Yeah. All right. Seahawks at home.
Oh, that's a dub.
Jets at home.
Dub.
Panthers at home.
Oh, dub. Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Got to go on the road.
Yeah.
We've already done that 3 times in the division, but let's just go to some other ones. Cardinals on the road.
Dub.
Broncos on the road.
I'm going to take the L.
Yeah. Raiders on the road.
Dub.
Niners on the road.
Dub.
Damn. Bengals on the road.
That's a L.
Congratulations, 6 o'clockers, Jaguar Nation. Print your playoff tickets. They're 12-5 according to ET, with a quarterback who throws for 4,400 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 10 picks. You're listening to The Drill. More next on 1010XL.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The NASCAR Cup Series race at the Texas Motor Speedway, the Worth 400. Kyle Larson is the 5-1 favorite. William Byron 6-1. Tyler Reddick plus 750. Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin are both 8-1. Ryan Blaney 9-1. Drew Rasmussen on the mound today for the Tampa Bay Rays, another 85 favorite against Noah Cameron of the Royals plus 154. 8.5 flat the total at Steinbrenner Field. Braves yesterday 8-2 over the Rockies. They have dropped 8 straight. Chris Sale on the bump today for Atlanta. He's a $2.45 favorite against Chase Dominant of the Rockies plus 200. 10 over the total at Coors Field. $250 bonus and you open up a G-Bank Visa signature card. Visa.com/GBank. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Plumbing problems? AC not blowing? Septic tank doing whatever septic tanks do? Don't call 3 different companies and play contractor roulette. Just call Duck Rooter. We handle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning all under one roof. That's one call, one company, and one bill that won't give you a heart attack. For fast, reliable, and slightly ducky service, call 904-862-6769 or waddle over to duckduckrooter.com. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Interested in a unique date night?
Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Mother's Day is coming. Don't run out of time. Small Cakes has sweets she'll love from you and the kids. Mention 1010XL to get 10% off now until Wednesday. Cupcakes to brownies to ice cream. Customize it so it's unique to mom. SmallCakesJacks.com.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. If you've ever wondered why some jewelry stores and department stores always have a sale going at 50 to 75% off, there's a good reason. Because most of the time, they're not real sales. The prices are marked up so they can sell the piece at a big discount and still make the profit they need. If you wanted to find a realistic sales event, the store wouldn't run a year-round sale, and the discounts would be a little more realistic. For example, Underwoods puts all of our diamond solitaire necklaces and ear studs on sale in May at 15% below the prices we sell at the rest of the year. So there's a genuine savings to the customer. We also take trade-ins. So it's the ideal time to buy for someone looking to grow their pendant or ear studs up to a larger size. Now at Underwoods, we don't run a lot of sales, but when we do, they're real and a good time to buy. So come see us at Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops upon Avedra.
Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Friday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL's Gator Bites podcast wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
At IHRS, we're passionate about solving your hair loss. We're clients too. With the latest hair transplant technology, FDA-approved laser hair therapy, and PRP, we guarantee solutions for both men and women. Call now for a free consultation and receive $250 off. Hair restoration is for me, and it can be for you too. Go to hairforme.com or call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Do you know someone looking for a fun and rewarding summer job? Join the YMCA team, gain valuable experience, and make a difference in kids' lives. Turn your passion for this community into a fulfilling career at the First Coast YMCA. Now hiring camp counselors, lifeguards, childcare leaders, and membership experience team. Every single person on the dedicated YMCA staff plays a role in making the Y a welcoming and vital resource for our community. Find your career at the Y at fcymca.org.
Equal opportunity employer.
John Haney here for Clearwater. And I know I'm always joking around, but this is a serious time for our coach and our team. So if you need a sprinkler system, a French drain, or seamless gutters, and you live in Duval County, then give us a call today.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage too.
Duval.
ClearwaterJacks.com.
Looking for a fun-filled evening that the whole family can enjoy? Discover the thrill of indoor football, a fast-paced, action-filled sport where excitement meets family fun. Check out your hometown Sharks on Saturday, May 3rd at 7 p.m. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. Go Sharks!
Prosser here. The Sharks look to get back in winning form this Saturday while you enjoy a fun-filled evening. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Discover the thrill of indoor football, fast-paced, action-filled, family fun, and check out our hometown Sharks. Saturday, May 3rd, kickoff 7 o'clock at the MyStar Memorial Arena. For tickets and the family 4-pack information, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 621-0700.
Go Sharks!
1010 1010XL is presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back here on the drill. The Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday, like Family Beach Roast is there. Hey, I got a question for you. I must have missed something, but continuing to listen to just the echoes of feedback, did the NFL ban Shedeur Sanders for life? Did I miss some news?
Nah, I must have missed that one too.
Did he get drafted? Is he on a roster? Does he have a chance to win a starting quarterback job in the NFL?
Yeah. With 144, he was selected by Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, maybe we just settle down a little bit. He's got a spot. I mean, we act like he's been blackballed and banned from the league because he didn't get drafted right where he or some others may have won him. I don't know. Just a random thought here as we get going. I got a Dailies double take, and I guess this should make sense. The double take brought to you by the Dash. Yeah, Dash in there this morning for the absolute best coffee. See what I got here, E?
Oh, you got
the big
a cup.
monster. I got the big monster Dailies tumbler here. Keeps it nice and fresh and piping hot.
You know, and I slid over there the other day. The Dailies.
You went and run after that chicken sandwich, didn't
you? Man, that crispy chicken sandwich so fat.
I don't think it's at all the Dashes when he's around the one. What's the one on Kernan?
The one on that's the one right there.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
I don't want to bring up another chicken franchise, but it rivals it. Let's just put it that way.
Let's just put it like that.
It's good. By the way, this the sandwich of the month in May is the kick and pimento, and we'll be having those brought in next week.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you like pimento cheese?
Don't mind it at all.
Yeah, I've never been a huge pimento cheese fan. My apologies to the brand. I'm sure it's delicious. Everything I eat there is.
Man, Jeff, if it's free, it's for ET.
Yeah, and he'll take 3. But here's the double take. I mean, is this right? The Celtics eliminated the Magic last night.
That is correct.
They're moving on to the second round.
Moving on up.
So they had a 3-1 lead, and then they put out the Magic in 5. Did I see where the Celtics in their franchise history are undefeated when they lead a series 3-1? They've never blown a 3-1 series lead. They're like 31 or 32-0 now.
Okay, I can believe that.
That's a little bit of a double take. They've had some really good teams, but man, somebody somewhere blows the 3-1 lead, right?
Yeah.
3-0, yeah, sure. Totally believable.
Golden State does.
Yeah, a lot of them. See what you did there. Yeah, one last parting shot before you guys' season is tonight. So the Celtics do close out the Magic last night. Indiana closed out Giannis, and we learned that Tyrese Haliburton's dad has got dementia or is just a crazy old jackhammer of a saw dog that shouldn't be allowed on the court. I don't know what else to tell you. He went up and cursed Giannis and taunted him. He's lucky he's not in traction this morning, is all I can say. We should marvel at Giannis's restraint. Nobody should have to be accosted, taunted, and cursed in his office space by some homeless dude who wandered in off the streets into the CEO's office. By the way there, old man, I'm kind of one of the CEOs of the league. Sit your old man A down before we sit it for you. Hey, league. Hey, Pacers. Do something. Anyway, Pacers, Celtics, move on. The East going right according to form, right? The Cavs just won a series where they, averaged about 50 points of victory over the Heat. You just wait on the Knicks, who couldn't close out the Pistons last night. The Pistons get a road win in New York in the Garden. So Knicks now going to have to be nervous to close out this series. You got to either do it at Detroit or come back home with all the pressure tied at 3-piece. So that's how the NBA playoffs played out last night. We'll talk a lot of baseball today with the Murphy Power Hour, so that's always fun. But for now, some news and notes, some highlights and more from the National Football League. And stick around, I'm going to give you a chance to pick up Sharks tickets at the end of the segment. The Football Fix is brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks, home this weekend. JackSharks.com to get your tickets. Also by the Julington Creek Golf Club, the home course, tee it high and let it fly, the best value in golf. It's the home course, the Julington Creek Golf Club. Sometimes you see a headline and you click on a story and it surprises you. But I'm going to ask you a question, E.T., not designed to embarrass you, but if you had asked me, I would not have gotten it right. Do you know who Joe Cardona is?
No.
Can you tell me, you want to guess a sport? Let's go. Let's guess sports. Joe Cardona.
Sounds like a baseball player.
He does sound like a baseball player. It's not a baseball player.
Okay.
Joe Cardona. Next. Joe Cardona.
Let's do, is he some type of boxer?
Yeah, boxer. Not a bad guess. I would have gone hockey player next. By the way, both are wrong. We're 0 for 3. Can you identify Joe Cardona? Joe Cardona, what sport does he play?
My next thing would have been like an MMA fighter.
MMA fighter. It sounds like, he's going to win a fight this Friday night on ESPN Plus. That's fair. Joe Cardona is not, though, an MMA fighter.
Oh, man.
Okay. Let me skip forward. Joe Cardona plays in the most popular league by a mile in our country. Joe Cardona is an NFL player, but that's not so much a surprise. There are plenty of guys buried on depth charts that you've not heard of. Would it surprise you if I told you that Joe Cardona was, until yesterday, the longest tenured player on a certain NFL team?
I probably should have known that. No.
Yeah. Well, even more so because he is a part of 2 Super Bowl champion teams, played in 160 regular season games and 13 playoff games before his release yesterday.
Got to be like a long snapper.
There you go. Attaboy. Veteran long snapper Joe Cardona of the New England Patriots. So the Patriots, by the way, the Patriots lost their longest tenured player 4 or 5 years ago. It's a little bit bigger name, wasn't it? Tom Brady was the longest tenured. And so I imagine Cardona took over from there, right? Since Brady left and a couple others have followed him out. But, yeah, somewhat surprising to learn that the Patriots' longest tenured player was a guy I'd never heard of. But then again, it is long snapper. That happens. Well, J.J. McCarthy says he's ready. He has been talking this way. Should be fully healthy for the Minnesota Vikings after tearing meniscus last year. And the Vikings better hope he's the answer because they elected to not, bring back Darnold, not go after Aaron Rodgers. At least it looks that way. Well, could J.K. Dobbins be back with the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego? Perhaps.
They took that young boy, though, didn't they?
They did.
Running back.
They did. They took one of the backs.
Amari Hampton.
Yeah.
Hampton.
Yeah, they took Hampton, and they signed, I believe, Najee Harris in free agency. But Harbaugh wants to run that ball, man. They're going to do it like the Ravens did. They're always going to have 3 or 4 of those dudes.
Just similar guys.
Now, Dobbins gets a free agent tender that's not used a whole lot, but it allows draft compensation to be signed by someone else. He has to do it within a certain period or the Chargers get exclusive negotiating rights. But they have to pay minimum 110% of what he made last year. And they would get compensation if he does sign somewhere else. Don't know why that's not used more, to be honest with you. It sounds pretty team-friendly. He has a fairy tale name, and you could argue fairy tale hair. He's Andrew Van Ginkel. And he has a 1-year, $23 million extension from the Minnesota Vikings as well. NFL draft rating, second best of all time. We did have some, run-through drama. Shedeur Sanders, top highlight, among that. Man, here's a guy that when he left the University of Florida, I would not have been able to tell you. I would certainly not have guessed that he was going to have a 15-year career in front of him. And it feels that way. It's only been 9 years. 31 years old. L.J. Humphreys is a left tackle who he was drafted in the first round by Arizona. It was somewhat surprising, quite frankly. It went on to a good career there, included a Pro Bowl or 2. But after 8 years, he's moving on. He'll be depth on the 49ers defensive line, agreeing to a contract with them yesterday. He had been kind of banged up towards left ACL late in 2023. Try to give it a go for the Chiefs last year. Started in week 14, left that game because of a hamstring injury, and then got passed over in the playoffs. Remember, Joe Tooney was moved outside to play tackle. First rounder in 2015. All 8 years in Arizona as a starter. Probably going to be the swing tackle out in San Fran. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Home Course, the Joint the Creek Golf Club, and Jacksonville Sharks home this weekend. And It's on us. Come kind, come courteous, and come correct. And ET will hook you up as a family 4-pack. ET is
It is a family 4-pack of tickets for the Jacksonville Sharks as they take on Iowa this weekend, May 3rd.
Well, there you go. Call in 641-1010. We'll see you after the break.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Living life on the edge of your seat.
Are you kidding me?
Your front row seat for play-by-play.
Break it free, they're not going to catch you.
1010XL.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. Proud to be American.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I don't see how a new air conditioner is going to work out for me.
Well, you like air conditioning, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. But a new air conditioner could be expensive.
Well, not if you...
I mean, to save up the money, I probably have to give up my extra hot skim latte every morning. Now I fall asleep during a staff meeting, get volunteered for the summer picnic committee, and end up sitting in the dunk tank all afternoon getting water up my nose.
Okay, look at it this way. Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing puts in a new AC. We hook you up with affordable financing, and you stay cool and comfortable for just $149 a month. Cool?
Cool. I see it now.
Life can be hard on your budget. If you suffer through the heat because of a broken AC you could totally afford to replace, you could visit.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL's running game takes a giant step forward.
Well, Fred Taylor is the whole package.
Fred Taylor joins Dan and Jeff on the Drill. Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins and Monahan Jewelers.
It's your main man, E.T., and Monday is Cinco de Mayo at Twin Peaks with a costume party on May 5th. Specials on tequilas, cervezas, and even wine. And I'm here in the service. They're going to bring the spicy costumes, too. Twin Peaks for Cinco de Mayo, where the party gets spicy.
This is Greg McGarity, President and CEO of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. And I'm here to share that the Gator Bowl is actually a year-round organization. We're known for the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl football game, which has been a Jacksonville staple for more than 80 years. Off the football field, the Gator Bowl has also hosted the annual Florida State baseball game, a champion of local youth through Gator Bowl charities, and a strong networking organization of local individuals and companies through our membership. We're actually looking to grow membership, which is an affordable, fun way for you to get involved and give back to our community. To learn more, visit GatorBowl.com for more information.
Hacker here, taking you back exactly 1 year this week. I was only 9 weeks into Awaken 180 and had already dropped 54 pounds. Seriously, that's like shedding a first grader in just over 2 months. That's wild, right? Fast forward to today, 2 months into my maintenance, and I'm still down over 115 pounds. Not a pound put back on. It's like Awaken 180 gave my weight a permanent eviction notice. Now listen up. We all want to have goals, but sometimes they seem to be far-fetched. This one won't be. Dropping 40 pounds by the 4th with Awaken 180. It's doable when you have a proven program with an excellent coach by your side. Weekly weight loss, enjoying the ride, and reaching your goal. We all did it. No reason you can't. Set your goal, make the call, and reach 40 by the 4th with the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers, they take care of us. And at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us. And it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Universal Roof and Contracting protects your home and your wallet. Invest in a stronger roof and save big. Right now, get 15% off roof replacement and repairs. Financing's available with monthly payments as low as $115. But this deal ends April 30th. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update brought to you by Lone Pronto. The Orlando Magic season concluded last night with a 120-89 loss to the Boston Celtics in Game 5 of their first-round playoff series, resulting in a 4-1 series defeat despite a promising Game 3 victory at home. The Magic struggled to maintain momentum in the series. In Game 5, their offense struggled and they were unable to contain Boston's scoring surge. Orlando's head coach Jamal Mosley postgame on the message to the team after the loss.
We spoke a little bit afterwards, despite all of the things that happened with the game, despite what we think is good call, bad call, right call, wrong call. Those are all part of the game of basketball, and we understand that. But what we did say, and I said to this team, was I'm extremely proud of the way that they competed and represented the Orlando Magic all year.
It's 65 degrees at 7:03. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Oh! Guess what day it is?
Oh!
Guess
Let me think.
what day it is?
Let's see. Is it Monday?
Guess what day is it?
No, it's not Monday. Is it Tuesday? Does Mike know? Mike, where are you?
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Mike!
Hump day.
You know it! Yes, sir! We did it, E! We did it! What day is it?
My dog, Mike said it's hump day.
We're gonna get over the hump. That's what we're here for. Get you over the hump. I'm going to admit something right now that I've never admitted. It's never happened before in my life. My own show, my very own show got me so flustered this morning. So flustered, I had to turn over to Christian music and listen to calm myself down. Oh, no. As I listened to You're the God Who Stays. Okay. Matthew West, you're the God who stays. Well, I'm glad I sent you to. I was so flustered to a better place. And what I tell you, what I'm going to do, I'm going down to the store and I'm buying some teal and
Drink the Kool-Aid,
black
boy.
pom-poms for this guy who loses the wheel spin next time, and I'm putting him in a little Jaguar Roar uniform. You destroyed in 30 seconds the credibility that we have built here for 20-plus years. That was awful. Text line loves it. Awful.
Yeah, they're going.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
God. He gets a let's go. ET with 12 and 5.
LFG.
I mean, let's go, man.
I think we'll go to San Francisco.
I knew that was going to be the one.
That's a win.
They were 6 and 11.
Oh my God! Does he not know what we do on the West Coast year after year after year after year?
You think Seattle gonna beat us,
Can we
bro?
just get back to 9 and 8, please?
Dang.
Holy cow! The guy's got he's got Trevor in the Pro. He's got Trevor All Pro. Sit down, Joe Burrow.
I'm not going to put a bridle on you, buddy.
No.
You run.
Somebody pee-peed in his cereal.
Nobody pee-pee.
Ooh.
We got to
Jeez.
keep it real, man. We got to see it on the field, and then we can
testy.
Oh my God, that's a dub. That's a dub. I was driving off the road. That's a dub.
What do you mean?
Like he dismissed the division, which we
4-2.
Judy Bug sucked in for like
Weren't we 4-2? Weren't we 4-2 last year? In that,
I said we beat them at the airport.
I don't know. Did we beat 3-3? Yeah,
did we beat the Colts again, or we split with the Colts?
Yeah, we were 3-3 last year, so that was of our 4-3 counted.
I ain't think my pitch was that bad.
I don't know. Did we beat the Titans?
Yeah, we swept the Titans.
We swept them.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were 3-3. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was like
3 of the 4. I
love
the
God who stays. Peace. You're the God who stays.
I loved it, man. I mean, home wins over Carolina, the Jets, the Seahawks, the Rams.
I got no problem with the home win over the Jets and Carolina. But when we start, like you said, you threw out the first 3 you threw out. The Rams,
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
You said L.
That was the one loss.
Chargers.
One home loss.
Chargers.
What's our record at Everbank, Jeff, the last 5 years?
We're on their way to bigger things.
What's our record? Huh?
Somebody get this man a Snickers, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Go Chefs. Great googly moogly.
Yeah.
Great googly moogly.
Give me a J. Give me an A. Give me a G. What's that spell, E? One more time, E.
Go Jaguars!
He says you're being kind of a hater this
Holy
morning.
cow. We're going to grow that hair out, E. We're going to put some lipstick on you, and you're going to be a part of the Roar next year.
Hey. I don't know about all of that, but I go on the field with the Roar.
I mean, I'm gonna call your significant other, Miss J, and break the bad news to her.
What do you? I'll ask you not to go. We won't go through the schedule.
Goodness,
we won't go through the schedule back and forth.
Flustered. I was flustered.
But we won't go through the schedule back and forth.
No credibility.
But the team is the team is in place.
Can we see it on the field? Yeah,
the offense especially.
Yeah,
no, the offense. I mean, the top 22 on offense are on the roster right now.
They'll compete though, but yes,
one way or the other, they'll filter that way. What would you predict to Trevor Lawrence's numbers to be in a 17-game season?
Well, let's get through 17.
Come on, listen. This is the fun part of sports. Tell me what you think his numbers will be if he plays 17 games.
I mean.
There's no wrong answer.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to 32 touchdowns.
You're not going
35.
to make like as a.
I know you can say, well, it's only 2 a game.
No,
yeah, I know.
No. As an aside, as a statistical measurement, last year under Cohen, Baker in a career year, which I would not expect Trevor to hit these numbers. Not my point. I'm just saying last year Baker Mayfield. 71%, 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, 16 picks.
Well, I'll say this. If Hunter is as good as everybody says and BTJ continues to, go up, those are numbers that we're supposed to get to.
Yeah. What do you think they'll be?
Well,
we've seen. And
the most touchdowns he's ever had is 25.
Correct.
So let's go 26.
Okay.
Dang.
What? That's bad.
Yards? No. Just do your thing.
Yeah, see.
Do your thing.
I mean, he's got 4,432 and 10. Dan's got 26.
Let's go 4,000 yards. Let's go
4,000 even, basically, or
let's go 13 picks, 14 picks.
13 or 14? 14.
14.
Okay. So 4,000.
17. He had 14.
26
he had 7 and 10 games last year.
Yeah, well, there's that's kind of the tipping point. 4,000. All right, let me ask you this. Which would you rather have? I know you're a stat guy.
Yeah.
Would you rather have 4,400, 32 and 10 and be 9 and 8?
Yeah.
Or would you rather have 4,000, 26, 14 and be 11 and 6?
Well, I win. That's what it's all about.
You would
winning.
take that, yeah.
Yes. It's all about winning. Win the games.
What if 9 and 8 still get you in the same playoff spot?
And by the way, if we can run the ball, then
right. I do think it's also interesting now that we're in play to compare. I do think this.
You acting like I didn't call the Travis Hunter.
Hold on a second. You got to stop.
Get angry.
Foot off.
Good, pom-pom man.
Hey,
you should.
Stop it.
It was disgraceful what you did to our program.
Stop being so mean.
Disgraceful. And you to sit there with your little snicker, giggling and allowing.
I'm not like you.
Allow it.
I like to be positive this time of year.
Yeah, right.
I do.
Yeah.
I like to be optimistic about the Jaguars this time of year. I am every year, foolishly most of the time.
Tune in Monday, September 6th,
Yes,
gang.
that's fair. That's reality.
Tune in April 6th.
That's reality.
Tune in April 6th after the Braves go west.
That's correct. That's right. That's absolutely no disagreements, no
Holy
qualms,
cow.
and most importantly, no apologies. None at all.
There should be. There should be apologies.
I agree more with E.T.'s Trevor projection than yours. I don't think they'll be 12-5. I mean, that's fair. But crazier.
That's
stuff
a dub.
That's a lot. The problem is the four.
That's a dub.
Yeah.
Arizona, that's a dub.
Yeah, I like
I didn't
these.
even think of West Coast.
Yeah,
Doesn't
those-
even factor in the
those are
fact
good.
that
Those are all-
I don't know. We've won like 2 games of the
Thought
West
those were
Coast
all-
in 30 years. But
Things gonna
no
change,
problem.
bruh.
Those are all
sure they
solid.
are, just like last year,
The
and the year
regime, bro.
before, and the year before,
You tell
and
him-
the year before,
You tell him
and the year before.
Phoenix is 400
and the year
miles from the
before.
coast. Tell him.
Straight up.
Yeah, I was just on the coast.
Denver. Tell him Denver's like hundreds of miles from the coast.
That's a dub. Seahawks. Oh, dub.
Vegas. You know what we should do just to be mean spirited? When the schedule comes out in 2 weeks and the Vegas game comes on, we should just book it.
Oh my God. Anyway,
There you go. See, I like that.
Flustered.
Yeah,
was
I mean,
flustered.
I'm gonna go pie-skied ceiling optimism. I'm gonna ride ET's 12-5. See where that goes.
Let's go.
My bigger point was the
Give me a J.
my bigger point was kind of the irony that in 2 weeks the schedule will come out and we'll be flooded with everyone's predictions. When in reality, now you could do the
We
same.
don't even know what Liam Cohen could do as a head coach yet. Like we haven't even
But
what
as
if
an
this guy-
offensive mind,
what
you
if This
do.
guy's bro. It's 4th and 6 on our own 34. We're going. What for that guy? We don't know.
Yeah,
we
but-
have no idea.
Well, we do have this idea, and this is all we can go with. And I wonder if he uses. It's only natural, Dan. If you left here and you went somewhere else, and you saw that they had this piece of equipment, which is just as good as 10XL had, and it had this signal strength, which was as good or better, and it had this producer, which is good or better, it had this co-host, which was way better.
Yeah.
It would be natural. You would use those things to base your expectations on how you're going to do.
Are you telling me that you know Liam Cohen is a better head coach than Doug Peterson?
I'm telling you, I know what Liam Cohen's offense did last year with the personnel it had. That's what I'm
He's
telling
the head coach now. He's not the offensive coordinator. Grant Udinsky, the 29-year-old wonder kid, is now the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I certainly know how it is, but
apparently not.
So now we're not talking. So Doug Peterson wasn't the offensive mind. Suddenly the guys aren't the offensive mind. You get an offensive guy. He said he's calling plays.
All I'm saying is
he said he's calling plays.
I understand that. All I'm saying is a year ago at this time, Doug Peterson was the second coming. I mean, come on. Let's at least let a season unfold before we put him in the bowl.
I'm not putting anyone anywhere.
12 and 5. I mean,
what are we supposed to talk about, dude?
I got an idea. Now that we're 12 and 5, let's go over the playoffs. Buffalo, that's a dub.
Hey, bro, don't talk to me, man.
Kansas City, that's a dub.
I said right out of the gate, he said Kansas City. I didn't even let him finish saying Kansas City.
But by the time we get to the playoffs, because we're 12 and 5, we ought to handle them anyway.
Hey.
Let's do our Dream Fighters Homes poll question before I anger everyone here.
I hope you all got the point, the 6 o'clock hour. The point only was Liam Cohen's perspective on the talent that he has. Now that the roster's settled, this was more we are what we are compared to the personnel he had in Tampa. That was it. And it looks, the offensive line is the swing because the personnel, skill position-wise, looks similar.
Yes. Dream Fighters Homes poll question today. Favorite late-round draft pick of the Jags. Yesterday we did the favorite early-round pick. Today we do the favorite late-round picks. Brought to you by our friends at Dream Fighters Homes. They have an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate in 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville.
15.
Thank you, E. He's a little angry. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for sales event information, especially your first-time homeowners. Tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you. Get in the game. Who do you like the best? Do you like the Jalen McLeod kid? Do you like the Navy kid, Lane? Do you like Monheim, the center from SC? Or do you like LaQuint Allen, the running back from Syracuse? Those are the 4 choices. Interesting. And you know, I could almost say which one of these 4 will make the team. I mean,
Given those choices, I would.
McLeod, Lane, Monheim, or Allen.
Not close for me. Given the choices, it's the 7th-round running back.
You like the running back from Syracuse. He had good stats.
Yeah. He's a great pass catcher.
Yeah.
It's a position where...
Does he make the team?
If they keep 4 running backs, why wouldn't he?
Generally, the rookies do.
So I think really if those rookies are given
all of them will be all pros is not one of the selections, but I'll ask you the answer anyway. Which one do you like the most?
I think I'm going to agree with Jeff here with LaQuint Allen.
LaQuint Allen, he's in last place, ironically, but
I don't. The other guys, to be honest with you, part of it is I don't like. Maybe McLeod. I don't know enough about. I don't like any of those other picks.
That's fair. We got a dead heat with McLeod and Lane both at 28.2, Monheim 26.4, and Allen 17.3. So
I think that I think you're very intangibly rich when you take a service academy player, and I think you are very ceiling poor.
Yeah,
the best athletes in football aren't playing football at the service academies. And there's not many of them that play it down in the NFL. So to take a safety from Navy and expect like multi-years of starting and contributing doesn't make sense to me.
All right, let's do. You want to do trivia?
I do.
Team bonding again. Get back on the same page after that debacle of
we'll be back with
Dan time.
Yeah, Jeff and the Joy Killer next.
Yeah.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
I'll tell you who killed my joy last night, the New York Knickerbockers. That's unacceptable, man. You're up 3-1 against a team that you're supposed to be better than. You got to close it out at home. You got a big, gigantic task in front of you where you're probably not going to be able to even, handle the Celtics, and you blow a game at home that you got to win. And because you're getting beat up. Brunson's ankle's hurt. He's standing there trying to get back in the game. Tibbs won't call a timeout. Oh, the clock's ticking. Our two of our heart and soul, Josh Hart and Brunson, are standing there trying to get back into the game. Oh, it was a disaster. A disaster for the Knicks against the Pistons. Give the Pistons credit. They took it to them. They won the game, and now they get to go back to Detroit. If they win that one, all the pressure falls on New York at the Garden in Game 7. Very disappointed. Very disappointed about our Knicks.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's a feeling.
Do you feel it?
A buzz.
I feel it. I feel it as strongly as I've ever felt anything in my life.
A vibe.
I can feel it. I can feel it like it's right.
1010XL. Sports talk for the First Coast.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, fantastic news here to Overwhelming Response. Beards Dime is extending their amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. Good idea. Hicken here. So now through Mother's Day, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. Man, it's the most ambitious offer ever by Beards, and our response has been terrific. We appreciate you so much. The corporate-owned big box stores, man, they can't touch these prices. Can't touch this. Beards, locally owned. Go say hi to the Lupos. They'll take great care of you, with the freedom to give you the pricing you deserve on the highest quality diamond jewelry. Celebrate the moms in your life with something they'll appreciate for decades to come. Beards Diamonds is your destination for making this Mother's Day truly special. Don't miss Beards Diamonds' biggest sale ever. All diamond bracelets, all diamond earrings, up to 40% off Beards' already beatable value price. Now through Mother's Day at the Town Center, the only locally owned jeweler, the only one. They're Beards Diamonds.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Good teachers and coaches get the most out of their scholar athletes. That's why 1010XL salutes the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesdays on The Franchi Show.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the trumpet call heard round the world. Experience the thrill of the Kentucky Derby at Best Bet. Saturday, May 3rd, witness the most exciting 2 minutes in sports and dive into the action with live wagering. This could be your lucky day. Mark your calendars and join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine on May 3rd for the Kentucky Derby. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Get Smart John is polished up by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Ba-ba-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. You know him, you love him. He's bald, he's beautiful, and he smells so good. TriviaNation.com's own Get Smart Johnny back for another edition of Get Smart Wednesday. Johnny!
Good morning, Googans.
Good morning, Guggen.
We have full complement of people in the house now, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Hey, Jeff, you would have been proud of me last week.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He had his greatest trivia performance in the history of the program.
Man, you had your app, had the app open in there?
I think he.
See how my dog do me?
I think the Robinson Middle School graduate
Patterson.
Yes.
It was promotion from Patterson. Carry on.
Hit every single. He hit, and it wasn't just like, you know, he was all over the board.
Like,
it was terrific.
Wow.
Yeah,
what happened?
very diverse.
Did you like break that down in the post game? Anything to attribute that to, E, or just one of those days?
I was hot. I just knew that Travis Hunter was going. We was going to do what we had to do to get Travis Hunter. And I was just feeling it, man.
He was. He was feeling it.
Well, I mean,
I had friends texting me saying you were killing it. You know.
Yeah.
Dan played with a guy that birdied 3 of the first 5 holes and proceeded to shoot 87 2 days later. So it happens.
Yes, yes. And we're going to start things out a little different this morning.
Yes, we are.
So we're going to do 20 questions.
Oh, wonderful.
Someone I met.
Okay.
Had a little conversation.
Uh-huh.
And so take it away.
Wow.
Did you meet him here in town?
Yes. Well, St. Augustine.
Is it sports related?
Yes.
Is he a former athlete?
Yes.
Did he play football?
No.
Okay, what was going on in St. Augustine this weekend? There was something going on down there.
I was in St. Augustine this weekend.
Something else. Yeah, well, there was.
Were you in St. Augustine this weekend? I'll guess. I have two guesses.
Okay.
Oh, he said he didn't play football, right?
That's correct.
Never mind. Because I was going to name the guys at the wedding, who it could have been McManus or Campo.
Okay. All right. Well, you want to try another sport? Is it a? Why am I thinking it's like? Is it a golfer?
No.
Baseball.
Yes.
Okay.
Play in the majors?
Yes.
St. Augustine played in the majors. Is he from the area originally?
No.
All right, so we got a retired major leaguer.
Retired major leaguer.
Retired major.
Let's
get an age. Is he over? What age do you want to put? 40, 50,
Yeah,
40? Is he over 40?
Yes.
Over 40, major leaguer, retired.
Was he a pitcher?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. Not from here originally. Retired pitcher. Does he live in the area?
No.
Damn. It's going to make it awful hard.
I know. It wouldn't matter what college doesn't matter.
Or you know.
How do we narrow it down? Was he an all-star? Was he an all-star caliber pitcher?
No.
Okay.
Real curious here why he would know the guy, dude. It's got to be somebody.
Right.
Is he also a broadcaster?
No.
Ooh, good guess.
Former major league pitcher.
He's no big deal. Like
over 40.
Yeah. Is he known for other things?
How do I answer that?
Is this it's Brett Myers?
No, but
he's not from the area.
Oh, that's
Brett
right.
Myers is from here.
Yeah, never mind.
This guy's not from here, but
yeah, I'd love to get some trivia questions at some point.
You got. But I like the way you're going with it.
So he's a pitcher over 40. He's not from here. I wish I knew where they were. There was something going on. I don't know if he was at a concert or if John was just tooling around buying chocolate in the old town. I don't know what was going on.
Right. Over 40 pitcher who's not an all-star.
He was a subject you talked about him at length for not just recently.
Did you ever answer the question, is he known for something else?
Well,
we said we talked about him at length recently.
Yes, you did.
Over 40? Talked about Sid Finch. It's not real, John. It's not real. Who did we talk about at length?
Did we talk about any former Brave or former Met?
Did he play for the Braves?
Yes.
Who did we just talk about? Former Braves pitcher.
Rocker?
We've talked.
Yes.
Good pull.
Yes. So we were playing in a golf tournament, and the Bill Murray golf tournament, and they were right ahead of us. So, by the way, first of all, he is jacked, and of course, at the same time, he's firing up the heaters left and right. And so I kind of did an ox. I said, "So, what about the boxing match with Mahomes' dad?" Goes, "No, that's off. That's off." But then he proceeded to tell me that there's a $3 million guarantee that he's going to box the Worm.
Who is the Worm? Dennis
Rodman?
Yeah,
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis doesn't want any of that smoke. Rocker's crazy. He'll probably drink 3 beers when he goes in.
So is Rodman.
But the edge on Rocker's hate. I mean, on Rocker's, it's got a little more hate to it than Rodman's. just a little more. There's a little more just natural. Get out the way.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Damon was there, too. Talked to him at the after party, too. So anyway, good poll. Good job.
All right.
All right, now we're going to ask you some real trivia questions.
Let's go.
All right. Geography.
Blue question.
Take it.
Which U.S. state is home to both the Badlands and Mount Rushmore?
Dun, 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 dun. Springsteen, Badlands. Mount Rushmore is one of them Dakotas, isn't it?
Yes, it's in South Dakota.
South Dakota.
It is South Dakota.
Blue question again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know we had a question last week. I wish I could remember it that I think you may have gotten it. They missed it, but maybe it'll come back to me. Music.
Hello.
What pop rock band fronted by Adam Levine released the hit song Sugar in 2015?
It's Maroon 5.
Yeah.
Shout out Miss P.
Shout out.
If you went into her office space right now and just put that thing on the speaker, she's liable to get up and dancey. Just saying.
Wonderful.
Cake.
I'm a fan.
Cake.
What fruit is traditionally used to make a Black Forest cake?
Cherry, I think.
Cherry is right.
That sounds so gross.
It does not sound good.
Movies. Who directed the 1976 film Taxi Driver, starring Robert De Niro?
Yeah, that's
Scorsese.
De Palma, maybe? It's a Scorsese. It's one of the big ones. It's.
I think it's Scorsese.
Yeah, I like that. Scorsese.
Correct.
Okay.
History. What African country was ruled by Emperor Haile Selassie from 1930 until 1974?
Selassie, yeah. That's, I don't, it's,
what's the guy's name?
Selassie.
Haile Selassie, Haile Selassie.
You've heard of him?
I have. Where'd you say? What
African country.
What African country was ruled by Emperor Haile Selassie from 1930
Was he a bad
to
guy?
1974?
I can't imagine a 50-year run leader in an African nation being.
Well, it's not Uganda because that was Idi Amin, right?
That's right. I had it there, and now I had it flashed into my head what it was, and is it. This is a stab.
Mm-hmm. Stab away.
That's not it. It's got to be. So what's been in the news? What years?
What about like the Sudan or something?
1930 to 74.
That's.
I'm gonna go.
It's a ways back.
Algiers.
Well, actually, Algiers is a capital, not a country.
That's too bad.
What is it?
Is it the capital of the country that this guy's from?
No,
it's not. Okay. All right. Let's go with what African nation, bro? What's his name one more time? Selassie.
Yeah.
This is
Haile Selassie.
It's a name. It's a. God, it's
I know
there.
you know this too.
Yeah.
Somalia.
Yeah, I thought of that one, but I don't. Let's go with the. Man. It's there. I can't.
Let's go. What is it?
Congo.
Ethiopia,
of course. I don't.
But you recognize it, right? After
Yeah,
hearing
the name I know, and now it's Ethiopia. It does stand out. So I remember the name.
Not to me. Keep going. Never heard of him.
Somewhere it was in a history class or something. I know the name.
Okay.
But to be honest with you, if point out if he'd have given me the name and what country, I would have put him in Haiti. That's where it would have.
I wouldn't let you put him in Haiti.
There you go. Fair. You got enough to deal with down there. You had your own share of rulers.
Who was the first Disney princess? Was it Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, or Snow White?
Come on, man.
Well, the
Snow White is the oldest, or no?
Well, who's
Cinderella's palace?
That's her palace right there
At
in the middle of
Disneyland?
Disney.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Cinderella.
But Cinderella
he said Snow White.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, he said
that was like the. And then who was the
that?
other
The
one?
original Snow White?
Wasn't Snow White the first movie?
He said Cinderella. What was the other one?
Sleeping Beauty.
They're all the same. So it's got to be Snow White.
Snow White.
It is. And yes, Snow White was. That was the first animated one, 1937. Yes. Very good. Science. What is the name, excuse me, for the layer of gases that surround Earth?
It's the ionosphere, Dan.
What is the question?
What is the name?
It's ozone, isn't it? The ozone layer?
That surrounds Earth.
Yeah.
Ozone.
Yeah, the ozone layer.
That would be atmosphere.
Oh. Didn't you just say atmosphere in the question? Never mind.
No.
All right.
I did not.
Okay. Atmos from...
Which coffee and baked goods chain was founded in 1950?
So it's probably Dunkin'. Or
coffee and baked
goods.
Yeah.
Baked
Dunkin's probably been around longer than that, actually, right?
1950?
Coffee and baked goods. What's known? Well, Starbucks.
Starbucks older than that, ain't it? Or is it newer?
1950, 70-something years now. I think Starbucks is in the 70s, to be honest with you.
That's too long.
Is it Dunkin'?
Has to be. Well, who else?
Or Krispy Kreme. It feels like they're older than that. It's one of those three, right?
It's not Starbucks because they're Seattle.
That's too recent, and Panera's recent, and it's got to be
Dunkin'.
I like Dunkin'.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
That makes me want some donuts. Just saying that.
Oh dear.
That glaze.
Oh, there's a whole dozen of them. I probably eat 3 this morning. I'm not scared.
Oh dear.
Movies. Which 2014 film starring Matthew McConaughey explores astronauts traveling through a wormhole to find a new home for humanity?
Is that Interstellar?
I think so. I think
there's about 6 of those movies. It all came out about the same time.
McConaughey was the Interstellar guy.
Okay, Interstellar.
Yeah.
Good pull.
Good
job. For a guy who's just terrible with it. I did it again, Dan, yesterday. Miss P and I decided to watch a movie, and I picked us a movie, and it comes on, and she looks at me for like the 3rd time in the last month and said, "We've seen this already." And I literally, and most of the time I'm like, "Oh yeah, boom, yeah, okay." And then, but this one I kept watching for another couple minutes with not a ounce of recognition of having watched the movie, to the point that every once in a while you say, "I think you watch this one by yourself." What happened there?
History. Which major construction project completed in 1869 connected the eastern and western United States for the first time?
It's the railroad.
That's correct. Yeah. Transcontinental Railroad.
Drive that last stake in there.
That's right. Very good. And it is now time for your audio clue.
Audio clue.
Yes, please.
Little yacht rock.
It's the Bee Gees. For so long.
For so long.
You and me were finding each other for so long.
Every song sounds the same, man. You could do a medley of Bee Gees songs and go from one to the next seamlessly.
Kick it and see.
They sang one long song and they broke it up into all these sub-songs.
Your love will turn the key.
Oh,
darling.
And so what is your answer?
What's the question?
What?
Who is singing the song?
It's the Bee Gees.
Well.
Oh, you got to give the name of the dude? Which one? Which Gibb?
It could be Andy.
That sounds like that sounds.
I just want to be your everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. So we got to say whether it's Andy or Barry. That's what we're doing here.
Well, no, the one Gibb went out on his own. He wasn't the one who.
This is
died.
the Bee Gees, isn't it? No,
I think it's Andy Gibb.
Oh,
it
was just
solo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
Andy was solo.
That's we're parsing this down way too much.
Well,
I mean,
it is.
It was one of the Gibbs.
I'm not sure, but I think it's Andy Gibb.
Okay,
Andy Gibb.
Yes, Andy Gibb was a solo artist. You had Barry, Robin, and Maurice.
The brothers were the Bee Gees.
Sure,
right?
The Forgotten Brothers.
Yeah. Correct.
And then
right.
Andy died, right? Andy died.
Yeah, Andy died young, like 1988. Yeah.
The Gibbs are at their best when it's Fallon and Timberlake playing them on SNL. I'll just leave it at that. That's funny. Back when SNL was funny. It's getting funny again, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of safe to go back in the water.
Yes.
History.
Which American abolitionist and former slave became a national leader of the anti-slavery movement and advisor to U.S. presidents?
Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, you lose some major culture points. We just had a whole month. Just had a whole month. I'm just saying. That's the only. Yeah, that's the best, most notorious act. You know,
I mean, he was right.
Yeah, I mean,
wasn't he
the two you think of are Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass, but Tubman was more of a facilitator than a. Or did Tubman go to
the? We don't in the later
with the president. Yeah, I think maybe didn't Tubman have a Washington?
Did she?
Didn't she?
Oh
no, I mean,
so.
No, never.
I could be wrong.
Well, who is it then?
Is it Douglas? Any?
Let's go with
Douglas. Seems
Douglas.
like he was earlier. Okay,
all right. Douglas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Glad you didn't talk yourself out of that.
Yeah.
Geography.
Another one.
Yes. Mount Fuji, a prominent volcano and cultural symbol, is located in which country?
So Japan.
Japan, right?
Japan.
We have time for a couple more, Johnny.
Okay. Sports. In which sport would you find a pommel horse?
Gymnastics. Men's gymnastics.
Yeah. Correct. Music.
Mellow.
What classical string instrument, known for its deep, resonant tone, is Yo-Yo Ma famously associated with?
Oh, yo-yo.
Yo-Yo Ma.
What's the cello? Is that what it is?
A cello is like a flute, ain't it?
No, a cello is a big old, guitar-looking thing.
Okay.
Bass guitar-looking.
Yo-yo. You can walk right through it.
What was the question again, John, exactly?
What classical string instrument, known for its deep, resonant tone, is Yo-Yo Ma famously associated with?
It's got to be cello.
It's classical. Yeah, cello.
Yes, cello.
Yeah. One more. Go.
Okay. History. Within two, either way. Symbolizing the end of decades-long division in Europe, in what year did the Berlin Wall fall?
Okay, that was mid-80s, 85 or 86. I think it's 86.
Gorbachev, tear
86.
down that wall.
Do we get years of padding here, or is it straight up?
2 years.
Yeah, 86
within
is the
2.
winner.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
86.
89.
Oh, no. I called my shot.
Oh, no.
89 that late?
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Hold on a second. So Reagan said, Mr. Gorbachev,
He said that in 1987.
Yeah, he said
that in 1987.
he said that and gets all the credit for it, and he wasn't even the president when they tore down the wall.
Took him a time.
That's kind of a joke, man. I feel like I've had one.
Don't you get on Ronnie?
I'm not on Ronnie. I feel like I've been manipulated. Doesn't everyone think?
Fighting words.
Before 5 minutes ago, don't we all think that Ronald Reagan said tear down that wall? A couple weeks later, they tore it down.
Oh, sure.
I'm the only one here.
Yeah,
you guys got to be more active. And John, you cheat because you look at the questions already.
Oh, no.
You can't give a proper answer to a question when you see the answer in front of you.
This is the drill.
I knew that answer.
Get him out of here! I said, hang up.
Boys, see ya.
And you're a documented liar. I'll leave it at that. That's
Back
a
with
joke.
more next.
I don't know what happened.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. You love sports. You live for the action.
He did it again!
Experience the excitement of the moment on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes here with a challenge. A challenge might not be the best choice in words, so let's say an opportunity. Take the opportunity to lose 40 by the fourth with Awaken 180. It sounds a little different when you put a real goal to it, doesn't it? Maybe you looked at the scale this morning and it read 230 pounds. How about a reading 190 by the fourth? Maybe the scale says 300. Wouldn't the number 260 be a little nicer on your eyes and on your joints? It's attainable if you have the same results we all had with Awaken 180. I dropped 40 pounds in 9 weeks. Hacker dropped his first 40 in just 6 weeks. Dempsey, Blue, and everyone else I know, same results. And we've kept it off. The best thing about Awaken 180 weight loss, it will completely change the way you think, see, and feel about food. The results are real, attainable, and the process simple with Awaken 180. Take the opportunity and drop 40 by the fourth. It all starts with just one call to Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by May 15th.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
What does your dream backyard look like? Hey, it's Joe C. and my friends at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living can design an outdoor kitchen layout custom built to your taste and lifestyle. You dream it, they can build it. CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Visit CSSOutdoor.com.
It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we got to bring my thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reach Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
Free Comic Book Day. Hey, I'm Ben Kay, owner of Gotham City Limit, your local comic shop, inviting you to the Community Party of the Year, Saturday, May 3rd. Free comics, free food, huge discounts, and more. Let's take Free Comic Book Day to the limit. Gotham City Limit.
Open early and open late. Dailies is always there, making things easy for you to cruise in and cruise out. So hit Dailies Cold Case the next time you're craving a cold one. Bud Light by the case, plus plenty of singles to choose from. Corona to the King of Beers to Stella or a Natty. They're all cold at Dailies.
No matter what the reason, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers always works. For unique and special gifts, visit their showroom on Beach Boulevard. Dylan Denmark here with 1010XL. Kuhn Flowers is my go-to and should be yours. Online at KuhnFlowers.com.
At Hurricane Grill and Wings, every day feels like the weekend. Fresh, never frozen chicken wings, tossed in over 30 bold flavors, paired with ice-cold beer and handcrafted cocktails, all in a laid-back, beachy atmosphere. And with every game on the big screens, it's the ultimate escape. And you're home for sports, too. Great food, cold drinks, and all the games. That's Hurricane Grill and Wings. Escape the ordinary and find your spot at HurricaneWings.com.
If you're heading to the Og or you're already part of the nation's oldest, don't forget to drop into Sunset Grill. For over 30 years, serving up great chowder, seafood, wings, and cold beer. Sunset Grill, somewhere on A1A, St. Augustine Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. Time for the 10-minute drill.
Yeah, Murph's here.
A little early start to the Murphy Power Hour. Daniel Murphy in the studio with us.
I got one. I got a couple news and notes
You
for
will
you.
be playing along. Great. I have a couple for you as well.
All right. Shout out. By the way, at the end of the drill, we had out Razzle Dazzle. Lee, what do you got today?
I got lunch for two at Bono's at Sonny's barbecue. All you gotta do is holler at me.
I can't hear you.
What cave are you yelling from? That mic? You see that fuzzy thing in front of you? That's the microphone.
Oh.
I got lunch
There
for
you
two
go.
Oh, there's a
at
guy.
Sonny's
Now we're going.
barbecue. Holler at me at the end of the 10-minute drill.
All right. What do you got?
Shout out to Eugene Frenette.
Gino.
Retiring.
Yeah, calling it a career.
Really? 44 years at the Times Union.
Wow.
He's done.
That's a long time to be anywhere.
Yeah, good guy. And
that's it. We're like one Smitter retirement away from the TU just shuttering.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's for our era.
Yeah.
And
Eugene is...
shout out Demetrius and Justin, all the other dudes. Don't mean to be...
Nobody knows Jacksonville sports like Eugene.
And obviously, he fell in love with the area. He made he's
he
not
knows
from here.
the history of Jacksonville sports. And when Eugene does a poll or whatever, it has a little bit of clout.
And we call him Eugene out of care and love. You probably know him as Gene Frenette.
Oh, yeah. That's Gene. I'm sorry. I've always called him Eugene.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
But, yeah, he did. This will be the swan song for him. And just kick back and enjoy yourself. And
God bless him.
Check out, Gino. Check out.
You know Gene Frenette.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to him. He just did the 100 greatest athletes. He revised the list from probably about, 25 or 30 years ago.
Where would you rank?
I think 12th or 13th, maybe.
That's
Howie Kendrick and I were right next to each other. Oh, I was very pleased with.
I love all our local athletes.
We've been here a long time.
Yes, we have.
I love all our local athletes, and I love you especially. I consider you a good friend, and I love Howie. But you're better than Howie.
No, very similar.
You looked at the numbers, real similar.
And
they probably are super similar.
Well, and then even if you wanted
he had
to,
a postseason.
Yeah, we want to say even the postseason.
He had a good one too, didn't
he? He won a World Series.
Was he the MVP of the series? Yeah, he was. Oh yeah.
Hit the pole.
That's fair.
No.
Almost killed Dusty's kid. No, I don't know if that was him.
No. No better athlete though ever. Greatest athlete ever from Jacksonville.
Bob Hayes. Yeah.
Well, always
not even close.
Yep.
I am surprised that we go through 11 to get to Daniel and Howie, to be honest.
Well,
but you got some Hall of Famers. You got multiple Pro Football Hall of Famers now.
I don't know. I haven't seen
Harold Carmichael, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Leroy, Pro Football Hall of Famer.
What about Derrick Henry and Tim Tebow? More contemporary guys that have won Heisman trophies.
Yeah.
But not the professional career for Tim, but Derrick certainly is. He might be wearing a yellow jacket here.
You would think so. A gold jacket.
Yeah.
All right. What else? You got any more headlines? Or that was it?
Yeah. One other thing. Shout out to one of our guys. We've watched him for a long time, and they disappear in baseball, right? You disappear for a while because you go off to the minors. Tyler Callahan got called up to the Reds.
Okay.
I did see that. He's up today.
Yeah, it's been a while, huh?
Yeah.
Been a minute for sure, as they say.
Out of high
he
school.
went straight to
he went straight.
So
and it took a while.
It takes longer.
He was a Gator commit or FSU? He was one of the
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
There are two from that class. Tyler and a kid named Nathan Hickey. Nathan went to Florida.
Yeah.
And he went the college route.
Yes.
And he's
in AAA with the Red Sox right now.
Right. And so
Paul Tuckett.
He'll probably get his call up. And Tyler got his call up, so good for him. I mean, because he's been through. Tyler got COVID year.
Yeah.
He got Tommy John. So he's had some.
I'll tell you what.
Some bruises on the way, Murph.
I'll tell you what's amazing, Murph. And what year were you born, Murph?
1985.
Okay. Hicken and I in the early 90s working together. You could count on one hand Jacksonville tied major leaguers. You can count on one hand how many. You had Vince Coleman. You had you had 3 or 4 guys in the majors at a time.
Davis.
And
Scotty Ruskin.
And Scott Ruskin. And over the course of time, you may only, in a 10-year period, you may only have 6 or 7 guys from Jacksonville. I feel like there's 10 guys in the majors today, or very close to being in the majors today from Jacksonville.
Yeah, just saw Jacob Young running around.
It's just all over the place, man.
Got a chance to shout out him from the 904.
Yeah, it's really incredible. So,
did you talk to Jacob? Do you know Jacob?
Yeah, I did. I went. So I wanted.
Does he know you?
Yeah. We've met before, done a little hitting together. So the first day in, I got no credentials, so they won't let me. I got
Murph
no
is back, so people don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
Murph did the games this weekend for SNY in New York with the Mets broadcasting crew.
Part of the broadcast
in DC for the Nats. In DC for the Nats Mets series. So I want to wander around. I'm like a kid in a candy
How do they
shop.
receive Daniel Murphy in DC?
Really,
you're well received
really well.
Good.
Just short because I wasn't on the World Series team.
What did y'all do there? Were you there a year and a half?
So 2.5 years.
2.5.
And 16 and
Murph,
17.
as the years go by, you will be on that World Series team. Don't worry.
Yeah, if I'll sneak in there.
People will remember that because it was so close.
It really is. It's funny. Were you on that team? I was like, no, I got bad timing. But
was it the half, the second half? Like
not quite that.
It was the next year.
It was 19. Yeah. So, but 16, 17 won the division and lost in the NLDS, but had probably like the best team.
Was that
in the
like
National
Dodgers,
League.
Cardinals? Those years.
Those
Both
years.
years.
So the Cubs in 16, and we went 5 games with them.
Cubs won it all that year. 16 was their World Series year. Or was
16,
that
they won it
15?
all.
Yeah.
They,
Hell, the year the Nats won when they the right fielder let the ball
Brewers,
through his legs.
Trent Grisham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were going to lose.
It was the wild card game.
Yeah, they were out.
The other 2
crazy.
years.
They
when
go
we were
on and
there,
win. Yeah.
It was division winners.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
yeah, they kind of blur together.
Yeah, they do. They blur together. Run with it.
But
Run
they were
with
good clubs we were on, so the fans have fond memories of my time there.
Tyler Callahan started in 19 at 19. So he's 25 years old now, and he's made it to the bigs.
Which is not old when you get there. Like
Right.
if you get there at 25, no one thinks you're old.
That's
You're
okay.
Like, especially when you think about the COVID season.
Right.
Like you go and look at there's just this donut hole
There
of
is.
games played and all, and it really does slow your development down.
Tyler's done an awesome job out on the road selling Callahan Auto Parts also. I just want to throw that in.
Yes.
Throw that in there. That's Tommy.
And by the way,
that's Tommy Boy
I'll
reference.
tell you this. I knew his granddaddy.
Yeah.
Big Frank was around for a long time.
That's right. I didn't know that. Of Frank
So
Callahan's
anyway,
grandson.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. It's a serious question, even though we are based in silliness. Mm-hmm. And I do it because it's timely. I want you to take your personal connection out of this and try and answer it as best as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Say we were still doing ETN.
Okay.
You and I were having our friendly little debate.
Wasn't friendly.
And say
That's why it stopped.
Say, hey, Hick, say Holmes, who you have a lovely relationship with.
I love Mr.
despite accusations of swingering and other
but
things.
me and Holmes are tight.
Okay. Imagine Holmes was sitting right there in the bleachers watching us do ETN.
Well,
okay.
This is a good story.
All right, so we get to the end of ETN, and as would happen 80% of the time, audience says winner Jeff.
That's not what happened.
Okay. Say the audience for the 20% says winner Jeff. And you're disappointed, and suddenly Holmes comes out of the bleachers and comes over to you, and he's got a weird look in his eye, like you don't recognize the Holmes that you know.
Yeah.
It starts F-bombing you up and down and taunting you.
Is he holding a Jeff t-shirt?
Yeah, and saying you're this and that and the other. How would you respond to Holmes? Honestly.
I might grab him by the neck.
Or so you might I would at least see that crazy Hicken, like when those eyes go, he does
It would
that
be so
every now and then.
shocking, though,
right?
stunning. I might be
but
stunned at
but
first.
even with your good relationship, there would be a moment there of, am I going to knock this guy out? What's
Yeah.
wrong with you? Back up.
Yeah.
Tyrese Haliburton's dad
Yeah.
needs to be banned from NBA arenas. He's clearly too immature to deal with life.
Way out of line. Way out
of line. He went on the floor last night.
You're not special because he's your son. You're not allowed on the court. Stay off the court. How
It's
would you
just
like?
weak.
How would you like somebody to come up to you?
Somebody's dad.
One of those Royals players in the World Series.
Murph.
Hope it'd be the 9 o'clock nap.
Hey, Murph.
To be honest with you, we start talking.
I know Hick's been to a couple. I'm sure you've been to Broadway shows.
Yeah.
You guys tell me, I've never been to a Broadway show, but at the end of a Broadway show, can anybody and everybody from the audience just walk up on stage if they want?
No, you're not.
Maybe tell the actors what they think of them?
You're not a part of the
Hey, NBA, button your crap up, man.
What's amazing?
It's a playoff game. Nobody should be on the court but the 24 players and the 8 coaches. No one else should be on the court.
Especially playoffs are chippy.
Not a PR person, not a media member. Put them in the tunnels and bring them people.
Two observations. One, Giannis was eloquent.
Incredible.
And great with his
We would have
response.
vilified him if he'd have lost his temper, and it would have been a different story. The fact that while this jackass, this old man is in his face cussing him.
Yeah.
Man,
But he
what's
also,
gone
in
wrong?
the post game, he was great. And then the second thing that really surprised me, and I get where he's coming from to a little bit of a point, and maybe he was just doing it to be the antagonist, but Shaq, he didn't side with the dad, but he said, it comes with the territory. Shut up.
No.
Walk away.
You're wrong.
No.
Shaq, you're a piece of work. You hypocrites.
Yeah.
Y'all are hypocrites. You boys back in your day, Shaq and
That's
Charles.
not what he said.
Nobody,
Shaq said,
baloney.
19 years. He said, I went to Ole Miss and Mississippi State. They said unimaginable things to me.
Yeah, but not from in front of you.
No. Kobe's
That's
on
a
line
civilian.
3, Shaq, you big fat liar. Kobe's on line 3. Yeah, sure. Rolls off your back, doesn't it, big boy? So much it rolls off the big fella's back that he left the dynasty to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
There's no defending that. You don't walk up to a professional, an MVP, a champion, and cuss him. Come on. There's no defending that. Bleep you, Shaq. That's crazy.
And Tyrese, handled it very well.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Well, my old man can't be doing that.
Yeah. Pops needs to pack
What
on.
about Mr. Murphy? Mr. Murphy coming out of the stands.
Mr. Murphy had something to say. I'd hope he'd be discreet enough to do it when no one else saw what was going on.
Mr. Murphy does not strike me as the kind of guy who would ever have a Daniel T-shirt and wave it around.
No. He'll have his Trinity Christian hat on.
He'll be rooting for Trinity.
As they won a series last night.
Yes, they did. Congrats. Shout out. Trinity won. St. John's Country Day won. Closed out. Bishop Snyder stayed alive. They got to go to Bozeman now, which I think is Panama City, if I'm not mistaken. Clay,
shout out them Blue Devils.
Clay won.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they hit home runs out there in Clay.
Yeah, they got that big stick out there.
Yeah, Raposa scored the first run. They had a lefty hit a 2 or 3 run homer, so good performance by them. So apologies if I'm leaving anybody out, which I know I am. So, but anyway, yeah, good high school baseball. So next week is the regional finals. If you win that series, you go to the Final Four, where it's just one game.
Yeah, one game.
Hey, E.T., how come the Kobe mural was vandalized?
Oh, did somebody vandalize it?
Yeah. Did you see Luka's going to pick up the tab? I guess that's what happens when you limp out 4-1 when you were billed as the savior of the franchise. Lakers season will end tonight, E. I'm sorry to tell you.
No. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, a better team's going to beat them, a better player. The best player in the series will.
You want to put a dime bet on that?
I'll put it on the series.
No, you just said that they're going to end the night.
Yes, I did. I'll put a dime on tonight and a dime on the series if you want to go that way.
No.
I'm not going to let you throw in as a huge favorite a one-gamer at home.
The only way I allow the dime bet is if one of the options is
I'm not dressed up as a Roar cheerleader.
Is E is a Roar cheerleader during one of the games.
Well, anyway, apparently,
go Spartans.
The mural of Kobe and Gigi Bryant in downtown L.A. was vandalized. Let's see, Doncic spent $5,000 Tuesday to cover the entire goal.
First off, I hope they catch the jackass who did that.
Important to get back to community. Let's see. I don't know why I'm not getting any details on why the mural would have been vandalized. Because people are stupid. Mm-hmm. How about that? That's all. That's a pretty safe fallback answer today. People are stupid.
We got the Murphy Power Hour coming up. 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win.
Sonny's Barbecue. If you come kind, courtesy, and correct. 904-641-1010. I'll at your boy.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Knee deep in Duval.
Duval.
1010XL. Home of the Jaguars.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. Proud to be American.
Hey, gang, so much of what makes us family takes place in our homes. These walls provide an intimate space for all the small moments that bring us together as a family. That's why you want your house clean and looking good and, man, zero res. And right as we head into May, get zero resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet and air duct cleaner with May Mayhem, a 3-room special starting at just $149, plus the 4th room is free. You can take 20% off your air duct cleaning, too. Man, you owe it to yourself and your family to breathe healthy, happy, and clean. Zero res. Call them right now, 287-5727. 287-5727. Get those cleaning freaks over. You can go online at zeroresjacksonville.com. Tell me you want the 1010XL special, the Hicken special. It's zero res, man, and it's May Mayhem. Spell it forward, spell it backwards. Zero res. It's the right way to clean.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
weekends were made for sports. And I'll tell you my take on this weekend's most interesting option. 1010XL's Media Mogul Hicken here. Watch for Musing with the Media Mogul on YouTube and Facebook. Made possible by Tucker Equipment Rentals in Neptune Beach.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beechurst here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beechurst Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do, and plumbing is what we're great at. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Frank Frangie here. I've known the Parman family for years, and what stands out is how they run Big Chief Tire. It's not just about tires, it's about showing up, doing the work, and taking care of people. That's the culture they've built over 4 generations. When you walk into Big Chief, you're treated with honesty, respect, and real hometown service. That's how Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling. Schedule your next appointment at WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950.
It's your main man, E.T., and Monday is Cinco de Mayo at Twin Peaks with a costume party on May 5th. Specials on tequilas, cervezas, and even wine. And I'm hearing the servers are going to bring the spicy costumes too. Twin Peaks for Cinco de Mayo, where the party gets spicy.
Are you struggling with hair loss? At IHRS, we understand because we've been there too. We're dedicated to finding the best solution tailored just for you.
My hair looks great. It was thinning, and IHRS restored my hair.
It's now fuller, it's thicker, voluminous. It's made me feel great.
With the latest technology and FDA-approved laser therapy, PRP, and non-surgical hair addition, we offer guaranteed solutions for men and women. With over 35 years of experience, IHRS found a hair restoration for us, and we can find one for you.
For me.
For me.
And me too.
Visit hairforme.com or call 904-777-IHRS. Get a free microscopic analysis and get to the root of your problem. This $395 analysis is yours for free. Call 904-777-4477 now.
Fantastic news here. Due to overwhelming response, Beers Diamonds extending their amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. Hicken here. So now through Mother's Day, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. It's Beers' most ambitious offer ever, and response has been incredible. The corporate-owned big box stores can't touch these prices. Beers, locally owned, man. Say hi to the Lupos when you go over there. The freedom to give you pricing you deserve. Highest quality diamond jewelry. Celebrate the mothers in your life with something they'll appreciate for decades to come. They also have special pricing on other Mother Day favorites, including colored gemstones, pearls, pendants, and fashion jewelry. Beards Diamonds, your destination for making this Mother's Day truly special. Don't miss Beards Diamonds' biggest sale ever. Up to 40% off Beards' already beatable value price. Now through Mother's Day at the Town Center. Only locally owned jeweler. It's Beards Diamonds.
Find the middle of the fairway with your drives. Get the golf tips and talk to keep you straight.
That's a great tee shot.
On the Edwin Watts Golf Hour. The Edwin Watts Golf Hour. Saturday morning at 10 on 1010XL.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp 7-game winning streak came to an end yesterday with a 3-2 loss to the Durham Bulls up in North Carolina. The Shrimp will look to bounce back in Game 2 tonight with Shrimp right-handed pitcher Freddie Tarnock starting on the mound with first pitch at 6:35. The North Florida Ospreys baseball team suffered a 9-3 loss to the UCF Knights last night. In Orlando, this defeat evens the series between the two teams. UCF took control early, scoring 2 runs in the first inning, followed by 3 in the third and 2 more in the fourth, establishing a commanding 7-0 lead. The Ospreys managed to respond with 2 runs in the fifth and added another in the sixth, but the Knights added insurance runs in the 6th and 8th innings to seal the win. North Florida will continue on the road this weekend with the series against FGCU starting this Friday at 6:30. It's 67 degrees at 8:09. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. You're listening to the Daniel Murphy Power Hour, presented by ITP Partners on 1010XL.
Shout out to our friends at Beach Roast Plumbing. It's a Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday. Like Family Beach Roast is there. So if you got a plumbing project or just a typical emergency, or maybe it's just a, just a checkup, you can always count on a Beach Roast Plumbing. Daniel Murphy, you are both a Jaguars fan and a rabid fantasy football fan.
Yes.
You've been able to soak in what the Jaguars have done this offseason. I will say this, and this is why you got to let the whole story play out before you look. And so, Hick, I'd like your opinion, too. Sure. I spent most of this offseason thinking our offense was in worse shape than it was a year ago. And now that all the pieces have fallen and the draft is over, I think our offense is better than it was a year ago. Your thoughts, but both of you.
Murph? No, I'm optimistic about the offensive line and the upgrades that have been made, both in free agency and the draft. And then you get the best player on the board in Travis Hunter. And really, really like what the new front office did. I mean, you like your player, go get your player.
Well, you have to the offense and its potential this year. You have a quarterback who should be completely healthy probably for the first time in a couple of years after coming off that mid-leg injury at the end of 23. You've added Travis Hunter, as you said, and so now now you got De'Ami Brown, who's an addition. So now you're not just talking about losing Christian Kirk and replacing them with Parker Washington. You're talking about having Travis Hunter and De'Ami Brown before you get to Parker Washington. Mm-hmm. You've added 2 running backs to, again, health, at least out the gate. You probably get a healthier ETN than you've had in a while. How long these things last, I don't know. There's a reason these guys seem knocked up a lot. Nicked up, I probably should say.
Nick, knocked,
paddywhack. Give the dog a bone, you hear? So I'm going to ask you this question. And new scheme, new everything. Mm-hmm. Tell me next year what Trevor Lawrence's season-ending numbers will be. 17 games. I want his yards, his touchdowns, and his picks.
I already did that, right?
So, you did it. Yeah, ET's done it.
Well, we know ET's done it. The ceremony for Trevor will be in December, by the way.
Yeah, well, they weren't that far apart.
35 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 17 times 2 plus 1, just because. Okay. We'll go with, I think he throws one. We'll go 10 picks.
Okay.
Wow.
And yards?
What is 17 on 280? What's I don't know.
4,400.
Yeah,
17 times 3 is 51 minus 20, 340 minus
51,
50, 49, 48, 4750 is where you'd be. If
yeah, like
280.
4750.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's a hell of a
optimistic.
Year,
yeah.
The only thing that I'll say, listen, Hicken is on the low end, and I'm here to tell you, around most NFL markets, if your quarterback goes 4,100, 26 and 14, you're not scared to death.
No.
You're not scared to death at
That would be fine.
At your ability to win.
Yeah.
Everyone is checked in.
By the way, he's never done that.
47, 50, 35, and 10. I just think it's a remarkable comparison about some of the worry, and yet when you really ask people what they think, they're not worrisome numbers. Like, none of those are worrisome numbers. Some are better than others.
Yes.
Some are a little lower, but none of these keep you from winning.
Well, you're also saying... You prefaced it by saying, assuming he plays 17 games.
Which by the way, with a better line and better person, all the other quarterbacks do. He should.
Yeah.
Burrow and Mahomes and Allen, they're all playing Lamar. They all play 17.
Understood.
So let's get it right around him. Yeah,
I agree. But we got to do that. We got to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. This is just a bigger picture that suddenly somehow our offense got a lot more improved awful quick.
Yeah.
Like it went from, I'm really concerned, our offense is worse. We brought a whole new deal, and it's worse. Now it's not worse.
You know what was interesting? I was watching and listening to a lot of the Hey,
Look at the Ox.
Look at the Gator.
He heard, didn't
The
he?
Ox
He
Gator.
He came through like a champion.
Hey, go juice. Thank you, brother.
I mean, the Ox coming in with
My
the
guy.
donuts. Oh, I'm
yeah.
If you think I'm not, you're wrong.
All right, you going right into it?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that'll baby.
Have a good show.
That'll baby. No, I was now I've lost my train of thought because the Ox Gator came in. We were talking about the Jags. We were talking about Trevor, and I don't know where I was headed. So I'll reboot here and get going. But yeah, if he was able to do those kind of numbers, I mean, that's what we expected when we got him, and we just haven't gotten that yet. And there are a variety of reasons. That's always the extra question.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was watching a lot of the experts, the NFL writers, the Albert Breers and the Daniel Jeremiahs, and they said, and specifically Sticks Jeremiah said this, within the NFL, the Jaguars gave up. The Browns won the trade.
I've heard that garbage.
I don't
buy it at all.
I don't either.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
No.
But it was interesting to me that they continue to harp on that.
And the ones I'm hearing it from are the ones like, so what, you plug it into the computer
the
system
point
and it
system,
spits
right,
out.
Right.
But you know what the Browns don't get? They don't get the best player on the board.
Right.
And one
I
of the
agree,
we were talking, and I sent this to you because I watched it up in DC, the draft, and I was like, if you were to take, let's say, the last 10 years of prospects that aren't quarterbacks, so non-quarterback prospects, the best one, where would Travis Hunter rank?
Top 5.
Okay, so
maybe
that's
higher. Maybe the number one prospect outside of the quarterbacks.
So,
I don't know what his scouts grade is or what those are, but yeah.
He's that type of prospect in the last decade that he's going to be at the top
Well, there's
of
also
the list
that you can boil it down to this simplicity. Don't tell me what I gave up. Tell me what I got.
Yeah.
I got a season that starts in 9 months. I'll worry about the first round next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one is going to care. If you go 10-7 and Travis Hunter flashes, no one will miss that
To
pick.
Gladstone's credit, he worried about it this year during the draft and recouped picks.
Yes.
So now he's
Correct.
poised.
They're fine. The Jags stole the deal.
Right.
And by the way, call Cleveland and ask how the Julio Jones deal worked out.
Yeah.
They gave up more than Jacksonville did, and they did nothing with it. So don't tell me what I gave up. Tell me what I got. Because I'd be sitting here right now with Mason Graham and a whole lot of meh. That's where I'd be right now.
Let me ask you guys a quarterback question. I want you guys to tell me the starting quarterbacks in the NFL who were drafted outside of the top 50.
They're not many.
50. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russ?
Gino?
Is he a starter?
Is he? Well, that
Gino's first
Gino's
round.
inside. Second round.
Sorry.
Second.
No. I got 3 of them.
All right, hold on. There are 3, or you've come up with 3 that you're looking at?
I know of 3.
Okay.
Brock Purdy, certainly.
Yeah.
Right.
Is Minshew one of them?
No, he's not a
He's
starter.
not a starter just yet.
No more.
Jalen Hurts.
Was he?
Second round? He's 40-something.
Outside the top 50.
Was he outside the top 50?
He is. You verified it?
And Dak.
Fourth rounder?
Man.
But that's about it.
Kirk Cousins, if he starts.
Well, he's not starting.
Yeah.
So that's about it. My point is this. Mel. Maybe they do know how to evaluate.
Oh,
I mean, outside of the top 50, I got 3 guys.
That's a good way to look at it.
I mean, settle down, Mel.
And everybody who gets their crack outside of that top 50 ultimately don't hold on to the job.
Correct.
See Gardner Minshew.
Correct.
See, some of these the Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going down the list here. I will say this, that's a relatively newer trend. Because I'm looking at some of these older names like the Andy Dalton. There have been a lot of second, third, and fourth rounders.
Well,
Russell Wilson.
Andy Dalton might not have been out of the top 50.
He might not have been out of the top 50.
That's pretty close to maybe.
But
I mean, he's right around it.
But I think of Andy Dalton when I think of the quarterbacks not in the first round that have put together good careers.
But Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Russell
I mean,
Wilson.
ones you just
There's
mentioned.
been a lot.
Sure. What looks like, for the most part, what teams have decided.
Pick 35 for Dalton, so he's closer to the top.
With quarterback, you take him in the first round, even if you think, if you don't think he's a first rounder, if you think he's a franchise quarterback, you take him, and that position is different than every other one. When you have your quarterback already, like we do, then you go and you trade your picks to get the best player on the board. I was more not upset, but I thought it'd be easier to navigate next year's first round pick than the 36th pick this year. Like I would have, I thought it would be harder.
I bet they've looked at that. And I'm sure the Lions did too when they made the deal. But I promise you, the Jags have a value on next year's draft and the position, and it'll change. But compared to this year, I'm sure that you're all right. I'll give because they not the one thing about it, they did create some big gulfs in their draft on their timeline. When they pick the first, and they pick again till the third, and they pick those 2 thirds and the fourths, and then they pick again till the 6th. So it which tells me they had guys slotted. Okay, we got to get one in this top 12. We got to get 2 in this 50 to 90, and we got to get 4 in this 100 to 150.
That's what it sounded like once they came to 70, that they had 2 players come off the board right in front of them. Gladstone did, and then that's when they made the trade with the Lions to move back.
2 for next year.
2 thirds for next year, and the third that they doubled up.
And there was and by the way, here's another thing too. I'm almost a little irked by how this segment started, and Hicken saying that the league, the insiders saying the league say that the Jags didn't win the trade.
Yeah.
There was also this that was underplayed on draft night when they did the deal. And oh my gosh, you gave up next year's second. Flip-flopping those picks in round 4 and getting to go from picking at the bottom of the round 4 up to the top left the Jags with 5 picks in the top 107, the same number they had in the top 107 when the draft started. Only we got Travis Hunter instead of whoever.
Right, instead of Mason Graham.
So, and somebody at that level is going to say, hey, we're sitting here saying the Jags, blah, blah, blah. They got the same fight. Now it's next year's first. Again, we'll worry about it when we get there.
Yeah.
Apparently, y'all haven't watched us draft through the years, gang. We have. And the odds of this number 1 pick doing any sort of, seller's remorse is not very good around these parts.
Don't plan on picking in the top 10 again next year.
That's correct, too.
I was thinking this as you were talking, Jeff, is like, who would you say it felt like, which organization won draft night, opening night? It sure felt like the Jaguars took it over
round
at least the first round of it.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I thought they were the story.
Cam Ward barely got recognized as the 1-1 when the Jaguars come to town.
I was excited to see the Titans announce yesterday that Ward, will indeed compete for the starting job. Yeah, sure, might want to play him.
All right, let's grab a break. We're rocking and rolling. It's the Murphy Power Hour, brought to you by our friends at ITB Partners. More coming up right here on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
1010XL is multimedia. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
You can't buy this kind of media exposure.
1010XL, maximum media exposure.
Hacker here, taking you back exactly 1 year this week. I was only 9 weeks into Awaken 180, and it already dropped 54 pounds. Seriously, that's like shedding a first grader in just over 2 months. That's wild, right? Fast forward to today, 2 months into my maintenance, and I'm still down over 115 pounds. Not a pound put back on. It's like Awaken 180 gave my weight a permanent eviction notice. Now listen up. We all want to have goals, but sometimes they seem to be far-fetched. This one won't be. Dropping 40 pounds by the 4th with Awaken 180. It's doable when you have a proven program with an excellent coach by your side. Weekly weight loss, enjoying the ride, and reaching your goal. We all did it. No reason you can't. Set your goal, make the call, and reach 40 by the 4th with the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Associates. Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you the latest options. AVO, implantable Collamer lenses. They got refractive lens exchange, of course, traditional LASIK. It's tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. Are you ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com and get that free screening. They're Bowden Associates. You know what they're doing? They're keeping the First Coast focused.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Mike Dempsey here. Look, it's been 10 years that I've been vouching for my guys at Dandy Foods, and for a decade, I'm proud of my association with a local family business. They make a great product. I've made no secret that I was a customer long before Dandy ever came on board on 1010XL. But I'm thinking I'm due a little Dandy swag, maybe a little love. How about a Dandy t-shirt, a ball cap? So how about it, Thompson family? What do you got going on over there? In the meantime, I'm going to keep eating those delicious tuna salad sandwiches. So guys, keep helping me out and grab a Dandy sandwich today.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and about your air. Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town.
Get to know the newest members of your home team with Draft Profiles.
Who is that guy?
Covered by River City Screens and Wicca Candle Bar.
He's our #1 draft pick.
The off-season rolls on with AA Automotive and 1010XL.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnik has the largest selection of GMC's impressive SUV lineup and the all-new redesigned GMC Acadia and the highly sought-after Yukon and Yukon XL. Save big with the all-new GMC Hummer EV SUV and truck, plus the all-new GMC Sierra EV. Ask how to get an instant $7,500 tax credit on EV models and financing as low as 0%. Visit the showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
All right, we are back. It is a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday brought to you by Beach Rose Plumbing. Go to beachroseplumbing.com and come back with a pop quiz.
Yeah.
We often, as the boomer generation will, I'm not a boomer, by the way, tend to do.
Yes, sir.
Is recall and reflect at this time of year the good old days where you'd head down to the local Sip and Go and you go to the magazine section and you'd buy your, Athlon's college football magazine or your Lindy's or your Street and Smith or your Sporting News.
I remember well.
Head to your apartment pool and you sit there with that magazine for that week and glean all your college football information. Now those days have passed. You get the information as it happens, right? Online, podcasts, and everywhere else. But now that spring has sprung and college football is, I guess there's still a few things that can happen, right? Between now and the season, the portal, there's still some players in the portal that are going to be snatched up by folks. But I have here in front of me Athlon's top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's a pop quiz and I have Athlon's top 10 in front of me, what you suppose the subject is?
Rankings? Obviously. Yeah.
Hello?
Is this thing on?
What's going on?
Slow tip coming out of the break.
What just happened?
The top 10. Daniel, would you like to guess
Georgia.
the top 10 teams?
Oh, I'm ready. I was looking at Murph on something.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What is it? The top 10 teams?
I need the top 10 teams in Athlon's post-spring.
Okay.
So Athlon is legit, right? This isn't Bobby's basement numbers.
Right.
So the top 20, it is chock full of surprises, either by the teams that are or aren't there, or where the teams that are there show up. So
you're telling me it's chock full, but we want to get the ones that we want to get it right.
There's one that you won't get, and inevitably, that's what's so shocking when you see these things for the first time. What? How can this team be this?
And the one that we'll discuss will be Florida. Will Florida be a top 10 team?
Yeah, that's a good example, but there are some that would be even more eye-opening than, say, Florida.
All right.
So, I know you can often use, hooks to why I did it, but I see a Yeah, top 25. I look at it. This was not Gator.
Certainly.
dependent. And I'm not saying they are or aren't. I'm just saying
that's fine. Well, I mean, one we'll discuss, but certainly Ohio State will be.
Yeah.
Right? Ohio State.
Yeah, my computer is now locking up. But yeah, Ohio State was definitely in there. I want to say they were like 4th or 5th.
And Texas will be in there because of Arch, and everybody's excited about
Texas is number 1.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if they should be number 1. And
but I do remember that Texas number 1. I'm getting the actual list here.
I think Penn State will definitely be there. They got Drew Aller back, their quarterback. So you got to kind of think about the quarterbacks too. So Penn State.
Penn State is, I want to say, number 5.
Okay.
All right. So is Georgia's not as straightforward as those ones are? You want to hold on to that?
I think we'll hold on to them. I think they'll be in there. I think everybody likes Georgia. They've earned the right to be in the top 10 every year. But I do think there's a little, maybe a bit of a downswing there, a little bit. So
we'll hold off on them.
We'll hold off on them.
We're looking for Athlon's top. They've got the top 25, but I'm looking for the top 10. So far, you have said who? Ohio State.
Texas, Penn State.
Texas, Penn State. Texas is 1. Penn State is 4. Ohio State is 5.
I don't want to get crazy yet, but, Clemson has Klubnik back. They were pretty good last year. Talk about them. I'll tell you one that will be a little bit different would be like Arizona State.
Yeah, I'm wondering like the West teams. Arizona State, Oregon.
Oregon would probably be the one, though, that perennially. I think we should go, because we're bogging down, we should go Oregon and Georgia and see how we do with it.
Oregon's 6 and Georgia's 8.
Yeah, there you go.
So Georgia a little lower. In fact, and I won't say whether, never mind where Bama is or isn't overall, but when's the last time we had a poll in the preseason where Georgia or Bama wasn't in the top 3?
Right. Long
15
time.
years, 20 years?
That's a good point. I think Notre Dame would probably.
Notre Dame's number 2. I'm not going to let you talk around it. Notre Dame, Texas would be the proposed championship matchup. So you got Texas 1, Notre Dame 2, Penn State 4, Ohio State 5, Oregon 6, Georgia 8.
So I got 7 of them?
We need 3. Yeah, 3, 7.
You're missing
9
3.
We haven't done Clemson yet, right?
7, 9, and 10.
Okay, so let's think of. I don't think Miami would be in there.
No.
I'm not. I don't know about Alabama. I don't. Let's go Clemson.
Clemson number 3.
Okay.
They're big on Klubnik and what's returning there.
Yeah.
Super cakewalk schedule in the impotent ACC, and we learned last year they're no better than playing in the daggum MEAC. The ACC's pitiful.
So are there 2 that you're saying I'm not going to get, or are there 2?
There's 1 you're not going to get. I don't know how in the hell they ever got in the top 10. There's another team, 11th, that you would never get.
Okay, I got one.
In fact,
I got one that I'm never going to get.
Okay.
I'm going to get it here.
Oh, wow.
And I'm calling my shot.
And I stand correct.
And you'll say, damn, Hick. Or I'll take it and be embarrassed. But I'm going to do it.
Okay.
South Carolina.
That's a good guess. That one, they're 12th, though. So they are in that group. The group that goes, hey, listen, 9-13, full of eyebrow raisers, to the point that I had to go back and make sure that I'm looking at Athlon or Sporting News and I'm not on Billy Bob's basement draft.
Yeah.
So, yeah, South Carolina, you get to keep, they're 12, so the game is officially over.
Yep.
But
I got one more.
You got 7, 9, and 10. Okay?
Let me throw one more.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I'm going to take it next level and accentuate this even more. I'm going to tell you when we get there. I'm going to tell you the conference, and you're not going to get it.
I'm gonna throw one more.
Okay.
That I think could be there.
All right.
BYU.
BYU 18. So no. Again, not terrible. But all right. Number 7 is Alabama.
Okay.
Number 9 is from the Big Ten. Can you tell me who from the Big Ten is number 9?
So it's not
You've
Michigan.
Penn State was 4. Ohio State was 5.
Somebody different, not Indiana.
Michigan is 17, so it's not them. This team apparently better than Michigan this year.
I'm trying to think quarterbacks.
Can you tell me what Illinois team is number 9?
Luke Altmaier. The Illini.
Illinois? We said what Big Ten?
Yeah, you said Illinois.
Yeah.
You
said
Illinois.
it.
Context
Oh,
clue.
I did?
Yeah. It's a context clue.
Would you ever got it? You said Altmaier, and I'm like, what?
No, you said, can you tell me what Illinois team is number 9?
Oh, my God.
Okay,
I'm looking
I'll go with
right
Illinois.
Can you believe that? Would you have ever got that? Would you have guessed a few? Maybe going Iowa, maybe going Indiana, you know?
Indiana. Yeah.
All right, I got another one. I'll give you this one. The answer, by the way, you already missed.
Okay.
Because you would have said BYU.
Yeah.
Big 12 team, number 11 in the country. These are playoff spots, gang. Top 12. So, and by the way, Florida is 10.
Are they?
The Gators were 10th. It's all DJ Lag, assuming DJ plays.
Well,
Yeah, Big 12 team, number 11. I'll give you 3 guesses on this one. You've already missed Arizona State and BYU. Not many left. Who is it?
Who is it?
Texas Tech, 11.
Oh, I'm going to scold you for something.
Why?
Because it was a good poll, but you need to be scolded because you keep doing this, and you do this with FSU too. You keep saying it was all.
That's because it's what the article says.
I know, but I want to say I'm going to make a point because, like with FSU, let's do Florida first.
Okay,
go look at the 2026 mock drafts. I saw Caleb Banks in the first round.
Okay.
I saw Jake Slaughter in the first round.
Okay.
I saw Tyreek Sapp in the first round. I saw Austin Barber in the first round.
Okay.
I don't think all of them are going to be first-round picks, but those are 4 really good football players who are going to help DJ Lagway.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Florida State did the same thing.
Yeah.
Jared Verse, Braden Fisk, those guys.
And I've heard that argument from the Florida State fan, and then I saw them lose Travis and have the other guys and barely beat Florida and barely beat Louisville.
You need the quarterback.
Yeah.
If
Without Travis, they would have been
for sure
8-4. That was my point. I'll stand by that one. FSU fan can cry me a river. We saw how they acted.
We got to take a break.
This is the drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hi, I'm Harry Carson.
Hi, this is Coach Mark Rick.
On 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
When you think of America, you think baseball, cookouts, military, and pride for our country. At Garber Auto Mall, we're proud to carry every American-made truck at one location. Ford, Chevy, GMC, Ram, and Jeep. With the largest inventory selection in North Florida, you can shop with one salesperson. Garber Auto Mall is proud to support our country, our military, and our community. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. Garber Auto Mall. Proud to be American.
Fantastic news here. Due to overwhelming response, Beers Diamonds extending their amazing earring and bracelet sale for Mother's Day. Hicken here. So now through Mother's Day, you can still save up to 40% off diamond earrings and diamond tennis bracelets. It's Beers' most ambitious offer ever, and response has been incredible. The corporate-owned big box stores can't touch these prices. Beers, locally owned, man. Say hi to the Lupos when you go over there. The freedom to give you pricing you deserve, highest quality diamond jewelry. Celebrate the mothers in your life with something they'll appreciate for decades to come. They also have special pricing on other Mother's Day favorites, including colored gemstones, pearls, pendants, and fashion jewelry. Beards Diamonds, your destination for making this Mother's Day truly special. Don't miss Beards Diamonds' biggest sale ever. Up to 40% off Beards' already beatable value price. Now through Mother's Day at the Town Center. Only locally owned jeweler. It's Beards Diamonds.
It's Work Zone Awareness Week, Florida. Every year, lives are lost in work zones because of speeding and distractions. When you see orange cones, remember, slow down, follow the signs, and stay focused. Workers are counting on you to get home safely, and so are their families. Let's work together to prevent crashes and save lives. A safety reminder from the Florida Department of Transportation. Slow your roll. Safety's the goal.
Anytime you've got major plumbing problems, and even the minor ones, there's several potential causes, and they usually can't be easily detected. So don't guess at a solution. Hire Roland Reese Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
When you want to be heard, send your opinion to the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
Thank you for believing in me when the bosses didn't give me a chance.
641-1010. No texting and driving. Get your thoughts heard on 1010XL.
Are your monthly bills keeping you up at night, wondering how you got so behind? Hey, I'm Roger Moore, CEO of Loan Pronto. I get it. Life is expensive now. Insurance, groceries, cars. And then there's the credit card debt with those obscene interest rates. It's time to regain your financial freedom. And that's what we offer at Loan Pronto, using the power of the equity in your home. We have multiple ways to get you the cash you need, and most clients close in 2 weeks or less, and many don't even require an appraisal. And listen, rates have been plummeting recently. We just locked the homeowner in with an APR in the low fives, saving her over $1,000 per month, and put $10,000 in her pocket. Life-changing money. Whether you're drowning in debt, have a nosebleed rate you got last year, need home improvements, or simply need cash in your pocket, we can help you accomplish this goal in record time. Call us today and get started with no hard credit pull, just a conversation. LoanPronto.com, 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. That's LoanPronto.com.
Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Gang, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney, Matty is, but we both want to know, have you done your last will? Man, Dan, why don't you bring that up? That's depressing. No, it's not. Something you got to take care of, something you want to do because you work hard for your money. You want to get the money to the people that you choose. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Right? You want to have as much money as you can for your loved ones. Matt Hinson will listen. He'll help you with your decisions. He'll provide you info needed so you're at ease with your choice. It's the Hinson Law Firm. Real easy to get a hold of Matty. 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Office in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, 2 locations in Jacksonville.
When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Florida Gators, and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
If you've played sports or still lead an active life, chances are joint pain is nothing new. This is Dr. George Barry of Barry Orthopedics, and we like to be your option when it comes to taking care of your body and getting back in the game. From shoulders to elbows to hip and knee pain, Barry Orthopedics can diagnose and treat a variety of injuries that are causing you pain. We are Barry Orthopedics and online at barryorthopedics.com. With more than 30 years of experience, our team is here to care for your entire family.
Find out more at barryorthopedics.com. That's BAHRI orthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Every man wants to be a macho man. To have the kind of body, always in demand. Jogging in the mornings, go man, go.
Oh, do we have the brawler on the line?
I don't know what to tell you. Just
the legend?
You know what the bumper sticker should say? Who needs shoes?
Yeah.
That's what I think it should be. Who needs shoes? Huh? Yes, that's
Checkmate Coatings hotline.
Yeah, let's talk to the Gator Wrangler. But once a year now, Mike, is that what we're doing? Just like once a year out of nowhere, we're going to find you in some median wrestling some Gator?
That's right, dude. I'm down with it.
How did this one come about?
Yeah, that's what we were curious. How do suddenly, it's like a bat signal? They send up the Gator signal. How do you get there as quick? Are you like on speed dial? Are you their guy, their go-to?
Y'all are freaking hilarious, man. Yesterday I heard y'all talking. It's like the Incredibles dude sitting by the radio, right? it's kind of like that. I've actually got the number saved in my phone to where it happens. These calls always happen on Sundays, and a lot of times I turn my phone off or at least put it on, do not disturb. But the FWC dispatch line I have as one of my special numbers that goes through regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting down with my family for dinner on Sunday, and I get the phone. So when it rings, it's either a couple of my good buddies, my pastor, or my wife, or the FWC dispatch line. And it was them, man. So
he's the blue-collar brawler. Mike Dragic joining us on the program.
So if you're driving to 95, 295.
Mike, I gotta ask you right off the rip, though, the one part that, where and we love you. You're our hero, and you symbolize our city and our state, and you go up there barefooting.
Florida man.
But you go right up to that big sucker. That's a big Gator, by the way. And Yeah, it just like you take no time, bro.
Jump right
Like,
into it.
he's jumping at you, man. I mean, like that part is where he'd get my foot and then I'd be toast.
I wonder if you stick your tongue at it. It's almost like you're sticking your tongue out at him.
You like walk right up, like, all right, let's get this done. I got dinner.
I just love it, man. I love it. It's like a linebacker walking up to the line of scrimmage, man. He knows he's got a big running back coming at him, but he's ready to go, man. You got to bring it harder than they bring it, So
I love it.
It's confidence. Enough time around those animals, you get the skills to kind of, at least be confident in doing that type of stuff. There's always a risk, and you definitely need to stay away if you're not, a licensed, trained professional. Sure. You know what I mean?
I had a serious question. How does a gator end up in a median on a major highway like that? How does he even get there? Middle of the night when no one's on the road, I suppose? Or?
Let me tell you, the honeys. It's that time of year, man. And that was a big boy, and he was looking for himself a female.
Love it. And, I feel bad for him
travel
now.
anywhere for
He's
that.
like Randy the guinea pig.
That joker had no idea what he was giving up there, man. He was crossing the road, and he made it all the way across without obviously getting hit or injured, and then he got blocked by the median. But he made it all the way across every lane of traffic. I saw a bunch of comments. I saw that gator crossing the road. What's hilarious is traffic didn't stop for the gator crossing, nor for me catching it on the side of the road.
Yeah, they're just whizzing by.
All the Floridians who think that that's just, I guess, a normal day here. Because nobody slowed down, not even those big semis.
All right. Mike, before we let you go, tell folks about the charitable efforts that you guys got going and how people can become involved in that, whether they need it or whether they want to support it. I know you had toward the end of the year, y'all had a big fundraiser.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely. So Project Save Your Outdoors, it's for veterans and first responders. Our mission is to fight veteran first responder suicide. But here's the deal, I'm always blessed to have this platform, not for me, but to help save lives. And me and my team do just that. The Lord has called us to start this organization, and it's a community that forges community, ignites purpose, and defies darkness through the outdoors and a relationship with Jesus, man. And I truly believe that true freedom comes through a relationship with him. And if you're a veteran or first responder in the Jacksonville area and you're looking for a group of guys, man, that love Jesus and like to kick ass, we've got a home for you. Shout out to Rick Hall. He was the one that told me about the piece that y'all did yesterday, which was amazing. He's running our workout program in the mornings at 5:30 every morning, and it's free to veterans and first responders. So holler at us if you want the details on that. We have an epic facility, top-notch equipment, and we do it all for free for the vets and first responders. So shout out there to Rick Hall for running that.
There we go.
Thank you, buddy.
All right,
Appreciate
Mike.
it. Good to hear from you. Call anytime.
We'll just keep an eye on the
You guys
median.
are great.
Thank you, man. All right.
Go get some shoes, Mike.
I live barefoot, baby. Come on.
All right, that's the Blue Collar Brawler. We'll be back with more next. It's a Beach Rose Plumbing Wednesday.
Because we see life through sports-colored glasses.
Do you see anything on this uniform indicating an officer? What does 3 up and 3 down mean to you, Airman?
End of inning. 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
It's your main man, E.T., and Monday is Cinco de Mayo at Twin Peaks with a costume party on May 5th. Specials on tequilas, cervezas, and even wine. And I'm hearing the servers are going to bring the spicy costumes too. Twin Peaks for Cinco de Mayo, where the party gets spicy.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors key to your project success. You know that. Prosper here, guys. That's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner. Understanding every facet of construction keeps that project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit Lloyd'sHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. She's very comfortable talking sports and hanging out with the boys.
Mia O'Brien here, still providing the best multimedia sports coverage in Northeast Florida on 1010XL radio, video, and social channels.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
All right, fellas, I got to brag a little. I'm down 40 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss and keeping it off.
That's cute, Matt. I'm down 110 pounds. That's like losing a Backstreet Boy.
Okay, so I'm the rookie here. I just started, but I'm already down 13 pounds, and let me tell you, it feels good to see the results already.
That's the thing, man. Awaken 180 works. No shots, no meds, no gimmicks, just real food, real support, and real results.
The support team is a game changer because we all know it's so easy to get distracted. But with Awaken 180, you get your own coach and a plan that works with your lifestyle.
And free support for life.
Plus, no gym workouts required, which is great because let's be honest, I wasn't running wind sprints either.
25, 40, even 110 pounds. If we all can do it, so can you. Call 844-346-1800 or visit awaken180weightloss.com.
That's 844-346-1800 or awaken180weightloss.com.
Looking for a fun-filled evening that the whole family can enjoy? Discover the thrill of indoor football, a fast-paced, action-filled sport where excitement meets family fun. Check out your hometown Sharks on Saturday, May 3rd at 7 p.m. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. For tickets, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. Go Sharks!
Prosser here. The Sharks look to get back in winning form this Saturday while you enjoy a fun-filled evening. Ask about our family 4-packs, 4 tickets, 4 $10 vouchers, and a $20 Owl's Pizza gift card, all for only $100. Discover the thrill of indoor football, fast-paced, action-filled, family fun, and check out our hometown Sharks. Saturday, May 3rd, kickoff 7 o'clock at the ViStar Memorial Arena. For tickets and the family 4-pack information, go to jacksharks.com or call 904-621-0700. That's 621-0700. Go Sharks!
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances. That's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window
World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
A chipped windshield can turn into a big problem fast. Lauren Brooks here. Trust Novus Glass of Jacksonville for expert repair and replacement. Call 904-289-2905 for Novus Glass in Orange Park. 904-289-2905.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. Mike Merritt technicians are never paid commissions, meaning you'll never be pressured to buy something you don't need. And Mike Merritt knows cooling issues can arise anytime. They don't just happen during business hours. So Mike Merritt never charges overtime fees. When you need us, we're here for you. Remember, in the fight against heat and humidity, Mike Merritt has a license to chill. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update, brought to you by the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. With the loss of a few key players of the North Florida basketball team, Ospreys' Josh Harris announced yesterday his commitment to Indiana. The Ospreys land former Episcopal School of Jacksonville standout Kent Jackson. After playing his freshman year over at JU, Jackson's appeared in 32 games for the Dolphins, logging double-digit minutes in 19 games. Head coach of the Ospreys, Matthew Driscoll, shared his excitement adding Jackson to the team, knowing he'll contribute to the team's backcourt depth and offensive versatility. A pair of Florida Gators from Gators baseball were named to the watch list for major awards this past week, catcher Luke Heyman and shortstop Colby Shelton. The awards honored the top players in the nation at the catcher and shortstop position. Florida returns to action this weekend with a 3-game road series at South Carolina starting this Friday. It's 73 degrees at 8:53. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah and Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, we know the Jags get on the field in mid-May. We'll get our first look at Travis Hunter. A lot of work to do for this team in the front office. Moves were made. Listen, shout out to Ethan Wall, right? Ethan Wall did it the right way. Ethan Wall wasn't going to be staying on. He left the franchise yesterday. He'll get opportunities elsewhere, but he not only did his work is what allowed the Jaguars to have this draft, right? He did it for a year plus. When Balky left, Ethan Wall was the interim GM, and Ethan Wall did it the right way. And in the end, he'll be rewarded. He'll get another job in a front office somewhere in the NFL. But Ethan Wall leaves, which gives Gladstone a chance to bring in some of his people, which is ultimately what, a new hire will do in the front offices of the NFL. That's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you, as always, by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power drafts great people, man, and the benefits, like the NFL. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Lift Power, year in and year out, is voted one of the best places to work in all of Jacksonville, Florida. Why? Well, a lot of reasons. Family-owned and operated for 50-plus years. Screams stability. They're great folks over there. And if you are interested in a career change, you can find out more at liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com. Dance now. Come on. Let's go, E.
Oh, you know I'm there.
Come on, Frost.
No fear. I'll give you that.
You know I'm there.
Come on, E.
Okay, Murph.
Go ahead.
Now I got 2 MD, 2 WMD, 2 white men dancing.
Oh, my
Let's
goodness.
go.
Whiter than snow in the studio right now.
What do you mean?
Enjoying ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
They
You know
don't
what's a
draw
great
pictures.
place to dance at? Weddings.
Yeah. Kidding?
Weddings are the best.
Oh, no. What was the last
Yeah.
one? Michael Conforto's wedding. My wife and I made it out to in
very nice.
Arizona probably like 3 years ago now. And
Okay.
I'm down. I'm ready.
Had
I'm
a
ready to
good
get
time?
down.
Yeah.
I'm here to get down.
Michael, by the way, needs to start hitting. He's about 105, 110,
Yeah, I saw
160,
that.
something like that. He's not hitting very well.
Dodgers are breaking starting pitchers again.
Yeah, Glasnow's down, Snell's down. They won 15-2 last night. I feel bad for him.
Well, the Marlins is a AAA team. Nothing personal.
Right. The Marlins, the and I'm sure someone did it in L.A. The story out there is, when you play the Marlins is you do the payrolls.
Payroll
Yeah,
disparity.
it's just, you can throw one player up for the Dodgers makes more than all the
Yeah,
Marlins.
it's fair.
combined.
But no, the best of all is the Dodgers have more deferred money than the value of the Marlins franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have more money, paying more money in the future that they could buy the Marlins for what they're paying in the future.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Think about that. And that commissioner, he just lets it happen. Just lets it happen. Not going to push back on those guys paying the check, I guess. Never going to actually offer up any kind of leadership or suggestions for future growth and health. Let's just let it run amok.
Draft and develop your players.
Yeah, you
if you're the
can.
Marlins.
I don't understand how.
Doesn't
by the
matter
way,
if they're going to buy them once they're developed.
Well, you get them for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no. I'm not having this argument with you, Dave. I can't do it.
Should we make an offer for Sandy Alcantara right now? He got roughed up last night. He hasn't pitched very well yet.
I mean,
You guys need a pitcher, no?
Well, we got Montas and Mania coming back.
Yeah, I don't think they're close. I
No.
didn't feel like it listening to the skipper talk about it. He got asked, are they throwing off the mound?
Yeah.
And he goes, no.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, listen, when they do come back, don't let them play catch, or they may just pull a hamstring and miss 3
After
weeks.
the All-Star game, that's listen, but just keep taking notes, Stearns, and then you're the one who taught me the trade deadline is the second season.
Hey, who's wrong or right in the whole Acuna, Snicker, Kellenic flare up? They like
everyone.
But they seem to. I don't even know. I mean, I get it with Acuna.
No, I think
I understand. Like I don't know why he was criticized at all.
Because he should have went to the
gone to the skipper's office.
Yeah.
And then they don't go very quietly when they talk about him not doing it. That ain't
fine.
quiet.
He ain't working for free. He'll be all right. Like, so I think that Ronald, when I saw
that's fair.
When I saw the tweet from Acuna, I thought, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah.
But then the second thought was go in and tell the manager that.
Which he would never do, so don't say anything.
But then I thought that Snichter he ended up being longer than it needed to be because I don't know if he saw the play and then somebody didn't tell him that like Kelenic wasn't running. So when he responds with, should I have taken him out? And he goes, I don't know.
I didn't see the play.
I didn't kind of see it.
Yeah, that's a problem.
So, and then
you're the manager. You don't have a whole lot going on. You might want to watch the plays.
If you're going to send him down a week later anyway, why don't you just send him down?
They need to send him up to the sun out of a slingshot. That's what they need to do. One of the worst Braves of all time is where Kelenic is going to land. He's terrible, dude. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. He's not I feel for him. He does have an unlikable countenance about him. He just looks like someone you wouldn't like.
Yeah.
But this isn't about that. He never has really displayed that. He just is no good. Just no good.
Did he break something in Seattle? Like after he got made it out,
punched a wall or something. Yeah.
He may have roughed up a bathroom facility at one of the AAA ballparks. I heard one time after making it out.
I didn't hear great things about him. There's a couple guys from I'd heard through locally, a couple guys who knew of him and
played against him.
Yeah, didn't have a lot of good things to say about him.
I think he's still learning how to get out the right way.
Yeah.
You know, there's a way to get out where you freak, or there's a way to get out like you've done it before.
What'd you think of Kiki Hernandez pitching last night with a protective helmet on?
I think that these position players pitching is really bothering me because I got a chance to. I saw Ahmed Rosario throw for the Nationals.
Yeah.
And it got me to think. I didn't bring it up on the broadcast with Gary Cohen, but I'll ask you. Like these starting pitchers.
Yeah.
Like we're kind of. How about this? We're threading the needle each day with the amount of guys we have to get these 9 innings of work done. Fair.
Right. We being the Mets.
But in general, in baseball,
one of Murph's big concerns is the lack of length from starting.
We got work to do,
and the bullpen gets broken.
Yeah, we got work,
which
to
is
do.
fair.
Every night there's work to do.
Yes.
And so the starters are going shorter. So let's say that night. You don't thread the needle and the other team gets it away from you. You're down your 8 to 10 runs. You used to just throw a bullpen arm out there because this is still an entertainment industry. Like I'm still watching these games and these at bats, but now they just throw a position player out there, and I think it's another way of seeing that not being able to fill up all the innings that need to be pitched. By the sprint that the teams are basically running right now. So I didn't bring it up on the broadcast, but that's been bothering me at how much more position players pitching we see.
And now the Dodgers were ahead last night, and they used a position player, not behind. Normally it's the team that's behind by 15 runs or 10 runs or whatever. They're ahead, so they waste an inning, go throw an inning.
Yeah, I'm off it.
How many have you tracked? How many?
You don't want to get fat.
You say, I do want to get fat though, but against like a proper twirler, somebody that gets compensated for it.
The innings of position player pitching, have you tracked that at all?
No, but I've been curious about it.
I wonder how it's gone year to year. Is it a trend of
it's definitely got to be
does it have
going
anything to do with the new rules of having to keep a guy in for a certain amount of time, and so you don't want to use a guy who maybe got you're gonna have to stress more about using him back-to-back days? Don't you have to face 3 guys? That's still the rule?
3-batter minimum.
3-batter minimum, right? Maybe, a guy last night pitched 6 outs and you normally bring him in for an out or 2, or I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching for straws here.
No,
I don't know why you put a third baseman to pitch. It's a mockery of the game. Make it. Could you make it illegal?
You could.
The pitchers in the players union would be all for it, I'm sure.
Well, then it might be like they're talking about player safety, because that's what it ends up being, is you don't want to go to somebody in the bullpen who's maybe worked 2 days in a row.
It's just safer going to a third baseman and say, hey, have at it, kid, fire away. That might be more unsafe too, right?
I never wanted any part of it.
But here's the thing too. It used to be when they brought in a pitcher, he would at least recall his Babe Ruth days and try. Now they just lob him in there. I don't like that.
Just absolutely floated
you can see a position player and he'd come in and he'd throw his 74-mile-an-hour fastball and try and break off a curve, do something.
Yeah.
Whereas
I can see this in 2018, 54 appearances, 50 and 2/3 innings. So 54 runs, 19 home runs.
That's 7 years. Nothing more recent than that.
Yeah,
That's 7 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it could
It's
change a lot in that time.
Yeah, well, I think it has. That's the point. I'm curious.
By the way, I'm on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, and I'm way down on Snitker, and you're not a bad manager if you win a World Series. The guy will go down with great affection, but it's time.
Are you feeling it?
And by the end game moves, and by stuff like this. Snicker saw the play. There's a photo of him standing on the top shelf looking at Kelenic around the base.
Okay.
Yeah, he handled that one poorly.
That's the problem, though.
And that was a miss. And it was multiple days that it lasted unnecessarily.
He had a chance to think about what he was going to say, and he said the wrong thing.
You bench him the next day, no doubt. Like he's not in the lineup. You really could. I'm a little naughty. Like if you could just send him down and tell everybody.
With that said, if you had Max Fried, you'd be fine.
Kelenic
if you had signed him, you would have not.
Yeah,
had any
I wish
problems.
I wanted to. Yeah. So I still think that when it comes time for the Yankees to win this year, they won't have Max Fried to use.
Okay,
I believe that.
Yeah,
I mean every year
1.19 ERA.
Every year I get the forearm tightness about now, and then I get 4.8 starts, and then I get a trip to the DL, and then I get some what? Now he still make 30 starts, 29. He does it, but. He scares you at some point of every season that he's about to go have Tommy John. I mean, the 1 year we had Doc Murphy all but say that he's going to need Tommy John, remember?
Fair.
So that scares me. That being said, yeah, I'd like him. I didn't want to lose him. I wouldn't have lost him or Freeman. Swanson, I mean, you can't keep them all.
Right.
But, I don't,
Who's got the best average in baseball right now, Murph?
Let's go with Aaron Judge.
Very good. 412.
Yeah.
904.
The battle cry.
We're almost
battle
in May.
cry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yes, it is.
Aaron Judge is putting together and I don't have him in front of me, but I saw some
historic.
Yes.
Historically by himself numbers.
Like 3-year runs and just in your OPSs and your OPS pluses and your Ruthian type.
He's in Ruth territory.
Yeah.
I think
he's
the big
legit.
The big one now for him will be how many plate appearances he accrues over his career, because he's probably at 3,500 or something right now, maybe.
Yeah, he's gone. Well, in 22 he hit 62, 131. Then he got hurt and only played 106 games, and then last year 158, 144.
Yeah, Mike Trout's number.
His phone number?
Yeah, you might want to text him and say, you're allowed to hit 40 home runs and still hit 300. You don't have to hit sub 200 and be a power hitter. Don't be like these other JAs, Mike. You're different. You're special. 173. He's got the 9 homers.
He's got the homers.
Got the power. That's second. The major league leaders. There's a tie. Have 10.
He's hitting 173.
173. Mike Trout. That's shocking, isn't it?
Is he?
Yeah, had a couple strikeouts last night.
I just it's fun to look at the stats this time of year and see.
It's not early anymore. I mean,
I guess you're right. It feels early.
Well,
when you start 0-8, it feels early.
Just being with the Mets and being in DC and kind of back on the circuit, like you're in it now. Like you're on the stretches. You're kind of looking for an off day.
12 games in 12 days.
We're here in DC. We got 3 going this way. Like it's the full on circuit.
Yeah. Goldschmidt's been a good pickup, huh?
Yeah,
363. Are you kidding me?
Second, when you hit by Judge.
The Yankees, the Yankees have number 1 and number 2 in average, and number 1 and number 2 in hits. They're both Judge and Goldschmidt in both cases.
Yeah.
If I'm a Cardinal fan, right, I'm like, really, dude? He kind of really. I didn't think he had anything left.
No, it's that last year's second half.
Is that what happened?
He swung a bit better.
I gave up on him in the first half. Is what happened, because I felt like he really had kind of just out of nowhere had fallen off the map.
He's always going to kind of mash left-handed pitching, so he can play a good first base, runs the bases well, and he's always going to mash left-handed pitching. But then he's swinging the bat better, obviously, against righties. He had a good second half
last year. He only hit 245, way below his career average of 290. And so that's what it was.
Yeah.
And only 22 home runs total, which was a career low, a low that he's first time, except for a year he only played 50 games. It's a career low. So he's bounced back, having a nice little bounce back here.
Yeah.
What does he have?
I need
not a bunch of homers, though. He's just been an average hitter for him. Goldschmidt. It's lost his power, apparently. He's got 1 home run. Hitting 363.
We're older.
I need a culture analysis, please.
I'll let your boy.
CA. It's time for a quick CA.
Yeah. C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Okay.
He didn't go to the White House meeting.
All right.
Because, quote, I was getting fat at the crib.
All right.
I ain't going to put on that tight A bleeping suit. Had my bleeping neck all up in bleep. You see how big my neck is? What does getting fat at the crib mean?
I mean, he was at the crib, the crib could mean two different things.
Yeah.
Either he's at home,
okay,
or the crib is also what people reference down south, like Miami.
Oh, okay.
So I was getting fat at the crib, and he was eating good.
Oh, eating good.
He's eating good.
Oh, okay, so he's just hungry.
He can't fit. No, and he
doesn't
can't
want to fit into the suit.
Oh, he can't fit in the suit.
Yeah.
Got the all-season body.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Not a record.
So I can't go. The suit don't fit.
Murph, what's the highest single season war? Do you know?
Ever?
Yeah. Do you know who has it or what it was?
You guess Babe?
No, probably be like, Ruth somewhere up there in like 14, 15.
14.
Maybe Bonds, honestly.
Like how high does it go? I was just wondering. Even if you don't know who, what do you think the highest single season?
13, 14.
Because by the way, when you look at WAR for career, it's accumulated like home runs. It's not like an average of what your WAR is. Every year that you play, they add up your.
We
WAR.
have to disqualify Timmy Keefe, Old Hoss, Radburn, and Pud Galvin.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah,
the
we don't know
the 1800 guys.
Yeah, we don't know their names.
We don't know. Walter Johnson had a 16.6 WAR in 1913.
Yeah, that's a
big train.
That's impressive playing every 4 games that you could do that.
Yeah.
By the way, if you have a pitcher WAR and it's 16, Daniel, is it fair to divide by 4? You're not playing every game. Like, how can your WAR be 16 games
Walter
over
Johnson has all
if
the
you're
top
only
wars.
playing 40 games?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Grover Alexander. Cy Young had a 13 WAR.
1 year?
These guys
These are the high years.
They were, I mean, you're talking about 4. They're running like 3-4 man pitching staff.
How about this one? This one out of nowhere. 1985.
1985.
Yeah, you wanna
Michael
get-
J. Schmidt.
Huh?
Michael J. Schmidt.
No.
All right. Ryan Sandberg.
Nope.
George Brett.
Pitcher.
A pitcher?
1985. At
Nolan
the
Ryan.
The age of 20.
Oh,
Doc.
Yeah, Doc. Gooden.
Oh, Doc.
13.3.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
How about that?
Golly.
Babe at 28 had a 14.1. That's his top one.
Is that the probably
So it
best
looks like
position
14
player
is
one?
about
Yeah.
the most you're going to max.
There's a lot of 1800
Imagine
guys
that,
here
though.
in the top. So.
Imagine, though, if you're a player and the league has decided based on your play and your stats and your production that you are 14 games better than the average dude. Not the worst dude, Hick.
Yeah.
You're 14 games better. You're going to give your team 14 more wins over a good average player.
Yeah.
Oof.
Couple others that Steve Carlton had a 12.5 in 72. That was his 27 and 10 year.
He's a surly so-and-so, that's Steve Carlton.
He is. Yaz in 67 had a 12.4.
That's the Triple Crown, wasn't it?
That's a big year.
Probably. Roger Clemens in 97. Barry Bonds shows up.
Clemens and Bonds should be in the Hall. That's kind of silly.
Yeah.
I mean, there are guys, and if there weren't guys in the Hall that used performance enhancers, I mean, what do you think, you having played in the league? Do you agree there are guys in the Hall that use performance enhancers?
Yeah.
So why would others that used performance enhancers not be in the Hall?
Maybe they were too surly.
Were they? Is there
Writers don't like 'em.
Is there a statute of limitations on that? You don't look like you
get
feel,
a new generation.
You don't look like you feel sorry for Clemens or Bonds for not being in.
I don't. No, they knew what was
up. Do you feel they're both?
Worthy of Hall of Fame? Yeah, their production is. Yeah. But who can tell me when? If you're
the
trying,
guys who are in, do you think they shouldn't be in then? Because there's a big mixed message here. I mean,
probably don't have
those two are better than any performance enhancer who's in already ahead of them. They're better than any other steroid user.
Yeah, I don't have any I'm not hard and fast.
Yeah.
Like if the writers, if they decide to let you in, they get to pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand the steroid guys not getting in. I probably wouldn't vote them in myself.
Yeah. Well, I do think the crazy, really kind of unaddressed, to the point that maybe the writers and the voters should have to answer. They should have to answer for why certain steroid users get a pass and others don't, other than their own personal feelings. That shouldn't be this big a factor. I can't see if there's a steroid user in the Hall and Barry Bonds isn't, you can't make it make sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't. Because there's no other define. I didn't bet on the game. He didn't
keep them all out.
Yeah, it's just
let them all in.
I just don't know how you as a voter
I would fall on the side of keeping them voting against all of them.
Okay, and that's fair. And that's fair. And it's such a dirty little secret that I don't think there are very many that didn't at one point at least use some.
Well, but I have talked to at least one individual who I know didn't do it.
Okay.
Consciously didn't do it and was upset at everyone around him who was cheating and wanted the game to be cleaner. So if there's one, there's got to be at least more than one.
That's fair.
And so that I
That's
understand.
fair. I don't want to be so cynical.
No. But the majority
to your
point,
were.
a ton of them were. You can see them in their uniforms. They look like Popeye. Like they're just.
Yeah, a bunch. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I saw a Sports Illustrated picture with McGuire and Bonds.
Yeah.
God.
You could, like, I just saw Barry do. He's doing these.
The veins.
Some clips for Barry are going around, and Barry looks great.
Yeah.
30% of what he did when he was breaking Bambino's record.
Sure.
But, you get to pick.
Murph, good to see you, my brother.
Thank you guys
Appreciate
for having
you
me
coming.
early.
Murph, by the way, a lot like James Gladstone, always with a ball in his hand.
I did see Jimmy's, yeah.
You like that?
If you want to learn about something, touch it. So James wants to know about footballs. I got a baseball in my hand. So that's fair.
I like that.
Straight to the lab.
That's our buddy Daniel Murphy hanging out with us. We're back with more next on The Drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorcemenOnly.com studios.
Mike Dempsey.
I know the leagues. I know the teams. I know these players. I know this wonderful game called football.
Get your fill of NFL football on Jaguars Today. 10 to noon weekdays on 1010XL.
Are you ready to step up to luxury?
Check out the power of our exciting 2025 lineup, including the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Vistique.
With over 15 electric Cadillacs in stock and more on the way, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and embrace luxury with a twist.
At Randy Marion, there are no tariffs. So visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, and see why our electric lineup turns heads.
Don't miss out. Drive Cadillac, electric or gas. We have both. Plus tax tag title $9.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Guys, want a golf course fairway quality lawn? TopDressing.com just landed in Jacksonville with the golf course secret for St. Augustine grass homeowners. A patented process that aerates and turns your turf into a fairway stunner. Serious golf course technology, but in your yard. Less water, tighter cuts, total neighborhood domination. No one else scores a perfect 10 lawn. Hit TopDressing.com now. You will own the block. Top dress your yard like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Slacker plumbing.
Yeah, hey, listen, I need a plumber over here right now.
Yeah, well, we don't have any openings for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
I was just changing the shower head and the water line broke and it's flying everywhere.
All right, 1 week.
What if I throw you an extra $100 to come now?
What's the address?
It's 205.
Oh, I guess he changed his mind.
If you've got a leak that can't wait a week, call Roland Reese Plumbing and fix your plumbing problems fast. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Hi, this is Lisa the Boatanista with a special invitation. Are you tired of scrolling through other people's boating adventures? Are you sick of liking your friends' posts out of jealousy when you see them on the water? Are you finally ready to cure the FOMO for Florida's greatest pastime, boating? Then I'd like to invite you to visit the Freedom Boat Club at the Boat Show and see what this boating made simple is all about. We handle the cleaning, maintenance, storage, and all the hassles of an entire fleet in Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine. You join the club and use the boats whenever you want. You can also go boating at over 350 locations across the U.S., Canada, and Europe. From water sports and cruising to inshore and offshore fishing, we've got you covered. We even include unlimited one-on-one water training for every membership, so you gain the confidence you need at the helm to have fun. See us at the Boat Show this month to learn about boating made simple and receive a special discount on membership and start creating your own memories on the water. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
He's not Pistol Pete, he's Pete Prisco.
Been on the wanted list almost 20 years.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Franchi Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
To...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too. From Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Beat the spring cleaning rush with big savings and priority booking by calling our heroes at Zero Res. This month, get Zero Resified from Jacksonville's #1 carpet cleaner. You'll get 25% off all cleaning services. That's right, 25% off. Check out 8,000 raving customer reviews if you don't believe me online. Call them, 904-287-5727, or visit their website, ZeroResJacksonville.com. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. Hanging out here. Appreciate Daniel stopping by, hanging out with us. Always good stuff with Murph. Good to be along with you guys. Letting it breathe.
Sure.
All good.
This is the most comfortable, casual positioning that I've ever taken in studio for a segment.
Oh, wonderful.
I've seen you do this before.
Yeah, I'm not afraid.
I've missed my calling. I'm just kind of leaning back. I've got the microphone in my hand like a crooner.
You said you had something you wanted to run by us?
What do you got? What do you think you're going to run by us?
Yeah.
And I think he said bias, too, like he was going to get it bias.
Oh, well.
No?
No.
Is that what you're trying to do?
No, not
Because
really.
Hicken's been on you since he got here today.
Yeah.
I know you're carrying a little bit of animosity.
A little bit.
Toward him. You have to be at least somewhat passive-aggressive out of that
want to get me back a little
shellacking he gave you just for strictly stating what I thought was a very bona fide opinion.
I'm glad you said that, Jeff,
Okay,
because earlier this morning you referenced something like that. That was a staple of the drill. It was ETN.
Yes.
And ETN was
Okay.
like every Tuesday now.
Sure.
Well, now we're going to do a little rendition of that.
What?
We're going to call it ENT every now and then because we don't do it as often.
Okay.
So, gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you 5 questions.
Wow.
Jacksonville Jaguar-based
Dang.
questions.
Okay. Got it
And
covered.
I'm the judge.
Yes. I like my chances, though.
I'm the judge.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, ready to play ENT?
Hicken right now is like Billy Bob Thornton and like Goliath, and he just like insults and you know, bemoans the judge and then expects the verdict. I don't know what to tell you.
Gentlemen, you ready to play every now and then?
Before we get started, I just want to apologize again for Dan. He just came in a little salty today. I thought he was personal and unfair towards you. And yeah, so.
By the way, breaking this morning,
What do we
big
got?
news per his high school coach, Desmond Watson, down to 437
Good
from
for you, Des.
464.
That's a big one. He skipped a meal, maybe.
Signed with the Bucks over the weekend. So anyway, just wanted to pass that on. All right, let's go. Every now and then.
Round 1.
Well, the NFL draft just concluded, and it's safe to say that our roster is set, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen, my question to you is, so far, ever since the last game last year, all the way up to now, what has been the best offseason acquisition?
Best offseason acquisition.
Best offseason acquisition.
Well, listen, there are a lot of nominees, but I think if you got someone who can alter the way the game of football is played, the best offseason acquisition is Travis Hunter. I mean, we can make arguments for other guys just to make it, but this one is, I'm going to get a point on this one, so I'll just take my point and run. I suspect Jeff will ultimately win, but there's no better offseason acquisition than Travis Hunter, a guy who can, quote, alter the game of football.
All right,
Well, you shouldn't limit yourself to just players, but whatever.
Yeah, hold on. That's what I'm going to say. If Trent Baalke were the GM of the Jaguars, would they have Travis Hunter today?
Yeah.
I say no.
Yeah.
I say there's no way in hell he would have put together a package and worked the deal and got up to number 2. So before Hunter came, which is certainly the best on-field addition, I'd say the more important addition was James Gladstone. He's the one guy who came and cut us the deal.
I'm going to say that James Gladstone in the long run will never have the type of impact that Travis Hunter is going to have.
And I'm going to say, winner Jeff, let's go.
All right.
All right.
There he goes.
Have a good rest.
There he goes. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that wasn't a good strategy. I knew that one. Yeah, I knew that one. There he goes. Yeah. There he just he went Jimmy Buckets on us. Oh, there he
took his ball and he went home.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I don't have it. Here he comes back. Here he comes back. He's now said that he's taken idiot to a new level. I mean, we've come and we've just stirred up all of this bad feelings between you. Y'all were due for this, the love fest. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the chaos. I mean, I have it out with both of you all the time. And you two snuggle up in the back seat like a pair of forlorn lovers. So I'm just going to sit here and just poke. I'll just poke both sides. Does that count? Is that an ENT victory? What just happened? You weren't going to have that. Thank you. Yeah, it's old school there now. I was hoping you go oops upside the head, but hey, you can't get everything you want, right? Somebody literally said they love the ETN, but yeah, as you can see, this is what happens in ETN.
That's what happens, man.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Friendships get torn.
I listen. Are you not making fun of the guy? I don't know how to land here. The Mets put out a post yesterday. Who they have a longtime fan. He's a veteran. There's a lot to, admire about the fan. But when you send out a post specifically saying we're sad to learn of the passing of this fan, if his name is Seymour Wiener, are you making fun of him or are you honoring him?
I saw that.
Like if you have a fan, his name is Seymour Wiener, and so you put a big in memoriam Seymour Wiener. Are you really like memorializing him? Are you? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. All right, NBA playoffs continued tonight. Confidence meter on your Lakers.
I'm very confident that they're going to win a game. What's tonight? Game 5?
Yeah, tonight would be game 5. Do you have a confidence meter on the series?
Man, I'm 50-50.
You still think they can? Yes. Really, you just want to go win that one game on the road, right?
Got to, yes.
That's kind of what the Pistons hope they did yesterday to at least stay alive. Where are we? Is Denver going to hold off?
They look like they might. It look like they might.
And Kawhi is playing every bit as good, but man, there hadn't been a whole lot around him. Harden had a game in this series, but that one has been back and forth. The Knicks will be okay, but I think they're going to have to come back for 7. Hick, where are you confidence meter or concern meter probably is the better question.
Definitely concerned.
It'll make you nervous.
They could have lost games 2, games 3. They could have lost. It's too much refereeing involved in this nonsense. The missed calls that help you, hurt you. It's unfortunate. It's a tough series, and I think the bigger issue for me is that right now I don't feel like that this Knicks team right now, which should be better with Bridges and Cat than what they had last year. But the team doesn't look as good as they were last year.
I said this. And
I missed DiVincenzo, and Randall was hurt, so it didn't matter. But there's something that's missing with the Knicks. And I think we have like a 3-year window here to go get it, so it's not the end of the world. But now I'm sitting there wondering, do we need even like Bridges and Anunoby are great defensive players. They're supposed to be. And they just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but something doesn't seem quite right. And I think ultimately it'll be Tibbs who takes the down.
I do think that I said this at the time, but that Knicks team was such a dirt dauber mentality. Mm-hmm. They're the little engine that could. They fight and claw and scratch and play defense, and it couldn't be more symbolized than their undersized superstar. They have a superstar who's not built like a superstar. He's not considered a superstar, and that kind of embodies the Knicks, and they completely... You can't go further away from that mentality than getting Karl Anthony Towns. That is like, you want to talk about a difference of personality, and that can't be any different than what the Knicks were and what they became with Towns.
But I like the way he plays.
Yeah, he's a good player. But I'm just talking about for Thibodeau, too, is also a grindy, dirt daubery, play defense kind of guy, and Bridges and Towns are offensive guys.
One of the things that I like about the NBA right now is I don't think you're 100% certain that this team is going to win it like the years past. Like a Denver can win now, or it can be anybody. You know what I mean? If you get into the postseason, and you play good basketball, I mean, I don't think the Celtics are a lock to win the NBA. I think, Boston and Cleveland deserve to be the favorites in the East, and Oklahoma City certainly in the West, but who knows?
I think the West is even more. Like, I would bet a lot of money it's Boston or Cleveland. Now, granted, I would have done that before it started. I know that's easier now. You're down to 4.
You don't think OKC can beat those guys?
No, I'm talking about in the East.
Oh, yeah.
Out West, it feels like it's okay. It feels like there's no one's going to beat OKC. I'm not sure. Again, I got scoffed at in some circles. I'm not sure Minnesota isn't as good as anyone that's not Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I mean, because they have that dominant player in Ant-Man, if he decides that he's going to carry through an entire postseason, they're going to go all the way one of these years. So people can laugh or question basketball knowledge as much as you want. That's happening. That's what happens in basketball. If you're one of the great players, one of the greats, one of the true greats, you win titles. There's none that didn't. There's not a true great. There's good players, but you're not a true great if you don't win. Barkley's good. Hall very good. Stockton, Malone, really good players. Not greats. Didn't win a single one. Not one. Especially when you are the guy, right? I mean, I'm not anybody, but there's the Robert Horry approach where you end up on good teams, you're an important piece, and you help win. But I'm talking about when you're a face of the league, you're on the All-Star team 10, 12, 15 years in a row, you got to at least go Dirk and win one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mentioned to E, if the Lakers go out this series and it looks like they are, at some point, this has got to start denting legacy here. You can't just trumpet LeBron and all the great things that he's done and not point out a history, a track record of losing when you shouldn't.
It's 40.
Yeah.
40, I know. It don't matter. We've decided he's a good enough player to be all NBA and to be in great shape and to play the entire second half. You don't get to when you lose, say it's because of age.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And this has happened a lot in his career. We've always said that it was because the other teams had more talent. Luka and LeBron should be ashamed of their damn selves if they don't go deep in the playoffs. Those are supposed to be two of the icons of the league, and you should be able to play any 5 jokers, put Bronny in, and those two ought to be able to go win games. And so shame on them if, Nas Reed knocks them out, E. You're going to get Nazzed out of the
No chemistry, man.
I mean,
they got to build a chemistry.
Yeah. Man, and a bench, too. And all those things that they said about the Lakers before the playoffs started, weren't cliche. They've proven true. Yep. They don't have any rim protection. They don't have any depth. They got no bench. They got 3. Heck, did you see this stat? 2 NBA stats I saw in the last 3 days that blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
It was either at the end of the game the other day or during game. But at some point in the last 20 minutes of the Lakers T-Wolf series, LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves, through scoring and assist, had accounted for 93% of the Lakers' points.
Oh, boy.
I don't care who you are. You cannot win an NBA game in the playoffs if 93% of your production is coming from 3 guys.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. I don't care who they are, how good they are. You can't get – I bet you the Heat with Bosh, and it was never – that has to be unheard of. And then I saw this stat that maybe shouldn't surprise me as much because they've been such a glorious, all-time team, and they've also been a great home team, and they've also been a great playoff team. But last night, the Celtics had a 3-1 lead over the Magic going into the game, and they finished them off, and the Boston now remains undefeated in their history when they have a 3-1 series lead. Never blown a 3-1 lead.
I think I heard only 13 teams have blown 3-1 leads in NBA history.
Is that right?
So it's not much.
But the difference is Boston's had them 32, 33 times.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They've had it 3-1. I mean, it's not as hard to be 11-0 with 3-1 leads. I wonder, there are probably a lot of franchises that have less than 5 3-1 series leads.
Mm-hmm.
If they do win series, it's not running away. But
I think it's wide open. It'll be fun to see what happens in the playoffs. But yeah, I'm bummed about the Knicks. I thought they put together a good group, and they held those draft picks for a long time. And Mikal Bridges last night did not come through in the clutch when Brunson tweaked that ankle and had to leave and stand on the sidelines there. I need Mikal Bridges. He's got to make some shots, man. And he's getting open looks, and the ball's not falling, man. He's got to step up. He's got to be a guy. OG's done well. We had a chance at the end. We just.
All eyes on the Lakers and LeBron tonight. Can they stay alive and force a game, 6 back in Minnesota? They had home court. They're down 3-1. It's been a real pathetic performance by the Lakers. We got breaking news this morning.
No.
Not the good kind around John Elway. Did you see this story?
No.
Elway was the driver of a golf cart when his business partner and former agent fell from the vehicle and has suffered life-threatening injuries.
Oh, God.
Jeff Spurbeck, a longtime friend of Elway's, became his manager in 90, so we're talking 35 years.
Yeah.
Is on life support.
Yeah.
The 61-year-old fell off the back of a golf cart and hit his head on the asphalt. Incident occurred at La Quinta over the weekend on Saturday. TMZ confirmed Elway was at the wheel of the car, but added there was no indication he was driving negligently when Spurbeck fell.
Mm-hmm.
Elway was reportedly driving the cart after attending a party with Spurbeck and their spouses. Don't have a whole lot. Listen, we've all lived long enough to kind of put together what happened there.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, guys probably had a couple too much to drink. You're holding on to the back of a car, you hit a bump, you take off, you're not ready, you fall. Don't matter how old you get, you still can act stupid sometimes.
Hate to hear that.
The older you are, the safer you got to be, right? I don't like hanging off of stuff anymore. Put me in a seat and put a belt on me, Ick.
Yeah, take a break, make the turn for home next, right here on The Drill.
Beach Roast Plumbing Wednesday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Jaguars and Gators, pro, college, and high school sports.
Wow.
Get the most play-by-play on 1010XL, Jacksonville's play-by-play sports radio.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
The team at Hidden Hills Golf Club invites you to book your next round of golf with us. At Hidden Hills, we love the game, and we'll provide you with a memorable golf experience at one of the most unique golf courses in North Florida. Check us out at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Text Guggen to 641-1010 to the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures for a chance for you and a partner to play in this year's Coastal Equipment Guggen Golf Open, May 19th at Hidden Hills Golf Club. Score a hole-in-one and win a 2025 Kubota zero-turn motor from Coastal Equipment. If ET makes the putt, you win lunch at Twin Peaks. Chick-fil-A supplies breakfast and Dandy Food supplies lunch. Thanks to our sponsors, Injury Care Centers and Kingfish Pest Control.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Universal Roof and Contracting protects your home and your wallet. Invest in a stronger roof and save big. Right now, get 15% off roof replacement and repairs. Financing's available with monthly payments as low as $115. But this deal ends April 30th. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Hicken here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I don't see how a new air conditioner is going to work out for me.
Well, you like air conditioning, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. But a new air conditioner could be expensive.
Well, not if you...
I mean, to save up the money, I probably have to give up my extra hot skim latte every morning. Now I fall asleep during a staff meeting, get volunteered for the summer picnic committee, and end up sitting in the dunk tank all afternoon getting water up my nose.
Okay, look at it this way. Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Bueller Air and Plumbing puts in a new AC. We hook you up with affordable financing, and you stay cool and comfortable for just $149 a month. Cool?
Cool. I see it now.
Life can be hard on your budget. If you suffer through the heat because of a broken AC you could totally afford to replace, you could visit.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 30th, 1939, Lou Gehrig sets MLB record playing his 2,130th consecutive and final game for the New York Yankees.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. The Dow is up, the Dow is down, the Dow is up. What's this tariff? Why is this going down? What is happening here? So for me, man, it's comforting to know my guys at ITP Partners are on top of all this. I can call them and ask them any question, and they give me the time and the answers. Experience, expertise, knowledge, friendliness, professionalism. They have it all. That's Scott Regner and Janice Cobb. That's Reed Wingate and Dan Abel. That's Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Chris Bryan. Those are the ITP Partners, man. And they sit down, they listen to each of us, and then they build our goals around their strategies. You know, is what they do. It's a great time to get in the game. Always easy to get a hold of those guys. Chris at ITPpartners.com. Chris at ITPpartners.com. Or call 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life. Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experience. No guarantee of future performance or success.
What NFL stadium has been used the longest by an NFL team?
Filing an insurance claim following a storm shouldn't be an ordeal. Southern Oak Insurance's claim team prepares for catastrophic situations well in advance. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Green Bay's Lambeau Field has been used by the Packers since 1957, a span of over 60 years.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
North Florida is growing with lots of new families joining our community. If you're one of them making the move here, your next move should be a call to American Electrical to create the best home automation system, enhancing your living experience. There are many ways your life can be made easier through smart home technology, voice-activated systems, automated lighting, total house temperature control. With American Electrical, they've got everything you need to automate your home and make it your true oasis. Check out American-Electrical.com, powered by professionalism and raising the excellence bar.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When mosquitoes show up, they are a buzzkill. You want them out of your yard, and fast. At Terminix, they know that mosquitoes bite, but not for long. They'll provide regular treatments to protect you and your family all season long. Go ahead and schedule that picnic, because when mosquitoes show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a mosquito problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler, and this Mother's Day, we'd like to help you celebrate Mom with up to 40% off our entire inventory. GIA certified natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds, beautiful colored gemstones, designer brands, custom jewelry design, and Monahan Jewelers offers interest-free financing on any purchase, so get something special with a payment you can afford. Come celebrate Mom with fine jewelry at up to 40% off at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Yo, it's your main man E.T. here, and it's time to make those summer break plans. Clay County is calling. From paddleboarding on Doctors Lake to reeling in the big one on Black Creek or cruising the St. Johns River. There's no better place to dive into warm weather fun. Enjoy live music, local festivals, food trucks, and fireworks lighting up the night. Discover scenic parks, hidden trails, and must-visit local gyms. Your summer adventures start here. Visit exploreclay.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now the cool down with Donovan Air, Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 87.
All right, it's time to cool down. I'm cooling down on our sports fandom. You know what the Yankees did yesterday? They hit home runs first three at batters. You know what word I haven't heard in the last 24 hours? Not one time.
Torpedo bat?
Yeah, I haven't heard the word torpedo bat. No, that's because now we learned the torpedo bats have been being used by a bunch of people for a lot of years. The Yankees got hot. It wasn't the torpedo bats that were doing it. It was this Yankees lineup that they put together and some hot hitters. But yeah, I find it interesting. When the Yankees hit the first time this year, when the first three guys hit, it was all about the torpedo bat. Everywhere you turn, torpedo bat, torpedo bat. And they did it yesterday, and, you know, collectively we yawned.
We talked about, I don't know why we mentioned, but we brought up this name yesterday, Eric Gilbert.
The tight end, the oft-traveled tight end?
Yeah. And what happened to him, I thought he went into the NFL for a few years. I don't know. He was the number one tight end recruit in the country, and we said he was going to LSU.
Right.
In 19. In 20, he opted out of LSU's season after 8 games. In 21, he transferred to Georgia, but he didn't play. 22, he did play for Georgia. He had 2 catches all year.
Was he ever on campus at Florida? He was definitely committed at one point, wasn't he?
I don't know. In 23, he transferred to Nebraska and was arrested for robbing a liquor store. In 24, he was out of football. And now we find out he's transferring to FCS Savannah State.
Right up the road. Be careful, gang.
So Eric Gilbert's still around. Also, shout out to our own Taylor Dahl.
What'd she do?
She made the Cubs broadcast last night.
What?
Yeah, she tweeted something, and they put her tweet up on the thing and read it. So,
you know, Gibby made a Braves
Shout
broadcast last year doing the same thing.
There you go.
What did she say? What was it that was
something
so
about Pete Crow Armstrong?
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So they put it up and read it. And so anyway, shout out to Taylor. Also in that, I don't know if this doesn't fly with me, but you know that golf tournament they have, the Peach Bowl Challenge every year where all the college coaches get together and play?
Golf?
Yeah, for charity dollars.
Okay. I mean, not
they have
super,
teams,
but
and you don't know about it anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. I've seen it. This one that like Saban and the guys used to play.
Anyway, yeah. So there's like, I don't know, there's like 25 guys. They're all current and former coaches. The winning team was Mike Norvell and his teammate Urban Meyer.
A lot of cheating going on in that group.
Led wire to wire, 45 points, repeat as champions of the 2025 Southern Company Peach Bowl Challenge Charity Golf Tournament. Norvell and Meyer won it, holding off the team of Pitt head coach Pat Narduzzi and Rick Neuheisel. And third place went to Auburn head coach Hugh Freeze and his partner Steve Spurrier at the age of 80.
Wow.
Good for Orr. I don't think Meyer should play with
Urban.
Norvell.
Feels like he made a 5 and said he made a 4 kind of guy to me.
Yeah.
Urban's bumped the ball in the rough. No one's looking.
12 two-man teams.
I mean, I can't see Urban Meyer playing any golf outside.
Two-man scramble format, Stableford scoring. Pairings were determined by balancing handicaps between teams.
So who was the good golfer between Norvell and Urban?
I saw one highlight from Norvell. He drove a green and put it up about 3 feet.
No,
So
that makes more sense. Like I said, I never knew Urban to be a real good golfer.
Yeah. He may be playing. But anyway, charity money was there. But yeah, Norvell and Meyer, that doesn't seem like a good fit to me. They played golf together.
Yeah. Didn't Urban have some stuff to not so flattering to say about FSU during that whole, I can't remember. It seems like there was a shot levy because Urban's taking a shot about everyone. This guy, Urban, man, I give him credit, man. There's self-awareness on this dude is just not a thing. I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm just going to do me. And he walks around and acts like there was never any incident in the NFL or he never was grabbing ass in some bar in Cincinnati and he was never, he just acts like none of it ever happened.
Here's one that we like to throw there. Would you take this? UF football and basketball won 4 titles from 06 to 08, right? Won 4 natties. Then didn't win for 17 years. For history to repeat itself, UF would win 26 basketball, 25 football, and 27 football. And you already have a basketball. If I could guarantee you those titles, you have to endure 17 years of nothing afterwards. Would you accept the deal?
Well, at our age, hell yeah.
Yeah, we would.
I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Although I do get the entire swan song of my life with no success.
Yeah.
Although Florida never was in such despair that the 17-year title gap meant no success.
Right.
They went to a Final Four. They went to a bunch of bowl games. They went to SEC championship games. They won major bowls.
Yeah.
So it's not like they've been, Nebraska bad.
Yeah.
Like Nebraska disappeared.
Yeah.
They can't, go to bowl games half the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I would take, if you're telling me, would you take 09 to 24 to have 06 to 08 for the next 3 years? Mm-hmm. Oh, heck yeah. By the way, that means you got 2 football coming, by the way. So, oof.
Yeah, I got a list of the 100 people we need to beat the gorilla.
Okay.
So a lot of people
curious to hear these names.
Yeah, again, we got to keep in mind what we need to do to beat the gorilla. But we got John Jones.
Okay, John. We need about 5 of him.
Yeah, we got Aaron Donald.
Okay, yeah.
We got Ray Lewis for a pregame. We got Rocky, Sly Stallone.
Okay.
We got Deontay Wilder.
Till this day.
Yeah, we got Derrick Henry.
King.
Last guy to enter, The Undertaker. We'll use Ja for the celebration after the W.
Oh, dear.
We got 50 Cent in his prime.
Okay.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy is a bad A in that. I watched that Havoc movie. It's cartoonish, the blood spatter violence, but it's pretty good.
We got Brock Lesnar on the roids, John Cena, Ben Wallace, Ron Artest, Antonio Brown would be a good one.
I saw Artest at the Pacers game yesterday.
Prime Lawrence Taylor. Brian Dawkins, first one off the bus for intimidation walkout.
Yeah, no, here's what we have. We have way too much selfishness on this team because whatever 100 beats the gorilla, the first 20 got to sacrifice their life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's no one, you're not leaving with 100 live men.
No way.
You're going to be down to like 20, 25 probably by the end.
We got Ken Griffey Jr. to take the pictures. So we'll use him.
Yeah, Randy Johnson, too.
Jameis Winston, head of morale.
Morale? Okay.
We'll use him.
Just eating W's.
Uh-huh.
He'll be eating W's.
Use Kim Jong-un for bait.
You do need some bait. I had somebody had a different question that was this, okay? Instead of can 100 men beat the gorilla, ET, I'll ask you, could 100 ETs kill the gorilla?
Man, no. Well, 100 of them?
Yeah 100 ET. 100 Jeffs? I'm not sure 100 Jeffs would beat the gorilla.
No.
What, 100 Dans?
Oh, because 99 of us would be running.
Oh, that's fair. I think, though, if you got 100 Jeffs, I guess I could send 20. I don't know if I could charge, and I guess you could get behind.
One of the Jeffs has got to still got to kill the gorilla. Which one of the Jeffs is going to do that?
Think at some point, though, you get 40 Jeffs on top of the gorilla, and you just suffocate.
All you got to do is take his eyes
out.
Take his eyes out, then take his legs out.
That's all. Just take the gorilla's eyes out.
Then you got to kill him.
Yeah, well, once you do that,
no eyes, it'll be easy.
Yeah.
He can't see.
All right.
Play us out of here.
Enough of this silliness.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Service by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
Yeah.
Hello, Michael.
Hello.
What's happening?
Gene Frenette's happening.
Yeah, today. I like that. I see you got him coming up on the program. That's good. He 44 years in Jacks.
This weekend that he was planning on retiring this week, and we're going to try to get him on. So like, the heck with that. Just come on in.
Yeah.
And tell us about your 44 years of covering sports in Jacksonville with a particular lean towards the Jaguars. 44 years is a long time. 100 Gene Frenettes. No chance against the gorilla.
No.
I think you got to have a very specific set of circumstances.
Yeah.
Enclosed room,
so
you can't run.
Ooh.
Okay. Gorilla is like dropped right in the middle of everybody, and you have basically threat that your family's going to be wiped out if the gorilla doesn't die, right? So that way you could die in service of killing this gorilla.
That might
and
get
your family,
you inspired.
If 100 people all attack the gorilla without worrying about their own safety at the same time, I think they take the gorilla.
We can win it.
From the text line of one last little shot before we're done. 100 ETs fighting a gorilla will result in 50 torn Achilles, and 50 with hamstring issues.
Now, 50 of them will be standing around going, "This gorilla don't want that smoke." That's what would happen.
And one dead gorilla.
Yeah, man. How big is the gorilla, too, now? You forget, gorillas aren't 150 pounds.
No, they're like 500-600 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know if 100 Jeffs. That's a lot of weight.
Dude,
I don't know if 100 Jeffs could beat up Desmond Watson. I mean, he's only 450.
Well, Gene Frenette coming up, so have a great show. Should be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, and Gene Frenette. Special edition of Jaguars Today. 30 years of Jaguars football he can reflect on. I'm sure he's got some stories.
And your team has posted it, so I will pass it along. But the sadness among Mets Nation as you put out the tweet and the picture here in memoriam of one of your great fans, Seymour Wiener. Is this real?
Seymour Wiener was a great military veteran, and I
feel like they're kind of making fun of him by putting it up there.
No, he was kind enough to do some hot dog spots for us because of his name. And old Seymour passed away. I think he was 98.
Seymour Wiener, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
great
there he
Met
goes.
fan.
Won't see him anymore.
Shout out Seymour.
All right. Petros Plumbing Wednesday. Here tomorrow if we still got a job. See ya.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios at 1010XL.
Red Moondog 7-Eleven.